Introduction.
Okay.
18-7 and or 7. Sorry. 18-7 FS 3. All right, 5 minutes till we're live. Oh, by the way, when we go live, please move yourself to the on-air Discord voice chat.
No, you couldn't at least capitalize. All right.
I don't think
Can't
you can
capitalize
on
on
Discord. Yeah.
Discord.
Okay. It just looked kind of shitty. It's just a little on it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not my fault. I didn't make Discord, so.
Can't we like change it to the door and the log on air?
Well, we're gonna have multiple things. Like also.
Is that our name?
Well, we don't have any other names so far.
We can still workshop it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But this episode,
Yeah.
when he streams it to the
Temporary name.
world, a placeholder, if you will, a door holder, if you will.
And I think it's a fun name, door and the log.
But were you even there that day?
I
He was.
heard it eventually. Why does I even need to be there for?
No,
God
I'm
damn!
just
Stop
saying.
Well,
keeping
The
me from your me.
significance.
it's just a bit weird if you're the founder of the door and the world, yet you don't know anything about it.
Well, I know why you guys did it, because you like sat around that area and like talked, and then you're like, "Yo,
Well,
we could make this a podcast." What do we call it? The door and the log, because there's a door and a log.
Hey, ouch. By the way, don't stream the
You call
Audacity
yourself
thing.
the founder.
Put your Audacity in like the other monitor, just so.
Alright, I'm just.
Yeah.
There's two. I guess I got.
You have two?
Oh, yeah, that was the test recording. It worked
I
perfectly.
see. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so I'll get the Reddit up.
Yep, get the Reddit up. Find some links while I take the wizard. Take my time in the wizard.
Can I get like pictures of your guys' faces? I can put them on the stream. I mean, I might as well do that. It's just add. Right. I'll just use the Twitch emotes. Alright, that's not what I wanted.
Shit.
How do I get up added?
Bitch, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Soon may the weatherman come to bring us certainty and oh, may the weatherman come to take our
Like
leave
that
and go. Okay.
How's that? What you got? That was a TikTok?
Isn't that what they were
What's
saying?
up?
I don't
Oh, the
know.
sea shanty?
Yeah, is that why you're singing that?
No, we're all in now. Max is in, Olgin's in, Tristan's in. We're just
For
a
what?
fucking sea shanty group now. We're just gonna learn it.
Oh,
How does the Audacity work?
Okay. Clara, open up Audacity.
Wait, no, is it audacityteam.org?
Oh, you're in that step. A minute before we're live. Okay. So go to Audacity, go to download,
Oh, are you
go to
guys already?
Mac.
Did you guys already start?
No, we're supposed to start at 12, but
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
no worries. You only have
Or
40
go
seconds.
to this link right here.
Yeah, I'm already on it.
Okay. Click Audacity 2.4.2 DMG file.
Yeah, that's okay.
DMG. That.
Oh, it has a lot of stuff.
It has a lot of
I clicked on it. It says Audacity Manual, Audacity Mac OS 2.1.1 DMG, and there's Audacity Mac OS DMG.
Nice.
What's the difference between
And
Do
we're
these?
live.
do do
Alright,
Mac
Josh,
OS
introduce
DMG.
us.
Shut up, we're not starting yet. Go to Mac OS DMG.
Does anyone have good background music for this? If not, I'm just gonna choose
Music?
my own weeb songs. Background music. for the
Well, don't do
Background
that. We're gonna
music
get
for a podcast.
we're gonna
I
get
guess you don't do
DMCA'd.
that, huh? Oh yeah, you're right.
We're gonna get DMCA'd.
You're right.
I
You're right.
need to do that.
Just have to make our own.
We'll just have Tristan.
Do you know
scattered
how
in
to
the
like
back.
download zip files and stuff, Clara?
Should we go to on air or?
You
No,
download it
no,
and
yeah.
then you open it.
Pretty much, pretty much.
Unless I'm being dumb.
One thing is that we can
Welcome to
Go in along
we
with
can possibly
it.
set up a
going along.
on like a private
Yes.
Dropbox for
I
Order
opened
buttons.
I opened the program.
Okay, so you see like Audacity and like this blue screen for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have something that says audio track and like two light bluish thingies there, or no?
Audio tracked.
Track.
Track. I don't think so.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna open it up. Fresh.
Should I just stream my screen? It might make it easier.
It's just like a dark blue screen for most of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you see in the top left, there's like a pause, play.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay, perfect. Go to tracks in the top. You see tracks, file, edit,
Yes.
select, view. Okay,
Yes.
tracks, add new stereo track.
Stereo track.
Yep, bingo.
Okay.
Okay, and then you see the pause, play, stop thing.
Yeah.
Under there are 4 drop downs. You
Yes.
see those? Okay, so the first one, do you have MME?
This is core audio.
Let's go with that. Okay, and then a microphone.
Alright, that's for both.
This built-in
gonna work.
microphone.
Yeah, sure. Is it the just built-in microphone referred to the one you're using right now?
I think it's the computer microphone.
Are you using the computer one or no?
I'm using my headphones right now.
Okay, look for the one that like routes to your headphones.
It doesn't show me that option.
Ew. Okay, we'll just do a test run of your audio then. And then 2 stereo recording channels.
Yes.
And then the 4th one should be whatever audio.
Built-in output.
Yeah, bingo. Okay, and then before we start, let's just do a test run with Clara. Clara, please press record.
Oh, are we recording already?
No, just her.
Just the record the red button.
Yep.
Okay, I pressed it.
Okay, and then just vamp for a bit,
Hello,
Clara, please.
Yes, okay, I'm talking.
Say the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Quick round fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Okay, good enough. Okay, then click stop.
The actual stop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you end the thing. And then file,
Mm-hmm.
export.
Mm-hmm. As
Export
MP
is MP3. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then quickly just Gmail me the file.
Can I just send it to you on Discord?
If it's small
yeah,
enough.
if it's small enough, I guess.
I have Nitro, so I don't.
Oh,
So 25
You got
megabytes.
Nitro?
Classic.
Might not. 25 gigabytes might not be big enough.
No. This is just the Audacity.
Yeah, just well, I mean, my Audacity was.
Wait, is your
100 meg.
Audacity file like 25 gigs?
Not 25 gigs, 25 megabytes.
Oh,
Discord has a much lower limit.
you're right.
Where did I-
Hold on. My MP3 is 95 megabytes.
What did I save it as? Test run?
Mine is 10. Or no, 65. Sorry. My left for
Yeah,
dead.
I think I started recording a bit early. Way
Oh,
early.
Do you guys want your faces on the screen?
what is this?
Dude, where did I save
Right.
it?
What am I looking at? Yes, her face is on. I love this. I'm a fan.
Alright.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
a fan of this.
Or shit. Yeah.
Oh, not that one.
This is the only one I could find on my computer.
Okay, well, good
Let me-
enough.
okay, I can take a
No, that's fine. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, you have a whole range of emotions right now.
Oh, here it is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it says. It's only. Yeah, okay, let me hear it.
No.
Is there a problem?
Clara, that's excellent. Yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Everyone ready? Oh, Control A, Clara, in the Audacity file.
Control A.
And then
Command A or
Control-
A?
Control. It should be, unless Mac is.
It's
grossly
not doing
different.
control. What does Control A do?
It should select all.
Yeah, I think it did that.
Oh, okay, and then Control X.
Wait, what? Oh shit. Okay, wait. Control A, Control. Oh, it did. It's command for me though.
Oh, okay. And then so now you have like the blank to gray.
Yeah.
Board. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're good. Sweet. Everyone good?
So do we start at the same time or something? Is that how we're doing it?
Yeah. Peter,
Yeah.
Jessel,
What up?
Max.
Yeah.
Who's in? Who's in this episode?
Everyone here.
Okay, everyone here who wants to be in, I guess, just move to on air. Okay. That's 3.
Recording.
We'll just wait until.
You just tell me
Yeah,
when
you
to
know
start.
what? Let's start. No, let's just start.
Start recording? Okay.
Right now?
3.
Recording. Yeah.
I could just.
Alright, I'm
Well, the
recording.
assumption is if you're in
Isn't
here,
that-
you're.
Isn't
going to
it
get
better
recorded.
to synchronize the same time so it's easier to sync it up later?
Yeah. We're totally gonna sync up in like a
Wait,
few seconds.
shit.
Okay,
think-
so not start yet?
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
no.
it's-
You have to
No.
start. You have to start recording, and then we'll
Like
sync
now?
up, and then.
Oh, okay. Start and then you like clap, and then that's gonna be the.
Oh,
Sure.
that's
sync
what
up
the
Let's
point.
go to
claps
the
are
clap.
for.
Yeah, and then you sync
Yeah,
up
the one where
claps.
like in like live shows, they're like, "All right, quiet on set."
Thank
3,
you. I'm
2.
recording.
Wait.
like that. You see
Oh,
what I'm saying?
wait,
I'm
that's
not
a
ready.
false
Sorry,
alarm.
that
False.
was a false alarm, right?
Yeah, no, it's just a test run.
Wait, Josh,
Yeah.
I'm okay
Future
to
Josh
get rid
would be
of
super
the
confused.
The Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
By the way, when we're done, this just press stop, like the gray stop, the real stop button, not
And
the
then delete your recording
button
without
again.
saving.
And then delete the recording without saving and make the whole thing useless. Yeah. I may have jinxed it. Peter, you good?
I'm here.
Okay, everyone recording? Sweet. Okay. All right. We're gonna do it. 3, 2, 1. Everyone was meant to clap there. Did
Oh, I
everyone?
clapped 4 times.
Okay.
Should we
no,
try
no.
it again?
Try it again.
3, 2, 1. Close enough. Okay.
Was that terrible? I think
that's
that was
fine.
terrible.
Okay.
That's good enough.
We'll
I mean,
we'll try
we can
one
adjust
more
it in
time.
post.
You're gonna have
One
to
more
go through
time
like
to
several
appease
claps
Peter.
on my recording.
This is the real deal.
Sure. This is the real deal right now. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to hopefully a new podcast, The Door and the Log. That's
Oh.
our placeholder name. And on this podcast, we are going to be looking over articles or anything generally interesting on Reddit or any other cool websites you have in mind. And we're just going to basically talk over them, give our little inputs and thoughts to them, and hopefully it goes well.
Yay.
Aldrin, did you join this
He's
because you
not
want to join?
He's-
This
He's
because
not
you want to
Aldrin?
join?
What? Hello?
Did you join this because you want to join?
What? I just came back.
What?
Yeah, and you're on air. Do you want to be
Hey.
in the thing?
Josh, I don't know if you want to read. Okay, so the
Yeah, we're
bot
gonna
didn't
redo it.
pick up.
We're gonna redo it.
We're gonna redo. Okay, good, because my
Why?
stream wasn't picking up our audio, and I just fixed it.
Okay, good, 'cause my
Oh
stream-
shit, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
guess we are
Okay,
redoing
well
it.
there you go. Now we have to redo it.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not here?
Yeah. I guess no. He said he didn't really want to.
Oh.
Okay, everyone stop and then just delete it. Just delete it.
Yeah.
The recording.
Yeah.
Also-
stop and then delete.
Delete.
Also, Aldrin, if you're not recording, that we're only recording our own voice.
Yes, Aldrin, do you have Audacity ready and stuff?
Oh, I have to record my own voice?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
We're only
Okay.
recording ourselves, so like,
And then you're
We're
syncing
just
it
gonna
up
have dead.
later.
We're just gonna have dead space, and they're recording one of us
Really?
forgets.
Then I'll just listen in.
No, it's okay. Yeah,
Then I'll
we
just
want to hear
listen in.
what you have to say. You're
Let's-
here. You're on air. It's like you're basically here.
You can chime in whenever you want to. You just-
Totally.
Just remember to like
Uh huh.
How
Record.
long?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just download it, I guess.
Yeah, sure. It takes like 2 minutes. How about let's go until like 12?
12?
Or, sorry.
12.
12 p.m.
Yeah.
How about let's go until 1?
Yeah.
And then if we're like, still talking about something at 1, we'll just finish that, like, subject and then end it off. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Aldrin, tell me when you're done downloading Audacity.
The horizontal axis label the values of the.
How was that intro? Was that intro okay?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, sweet. I'm
Good.
gonna say that whole thing again. Unscripted, unfiltered.
Yeah, dude. Just do it up.
Or did someone else have an intro in mind?
No?
Oh.
I mean, that's
Well-
I shouldn't speak for everyone. That was bad. I meant to say for myself, but
Oh.
If you're
anyone else
trying to
does want
sound
to.
professional,
yeah, we're all good, right?
you did well.
Huh?
But if you're trying to sound professional, I think you did well. But if you're trying to sound more like fun, then I think you need to like tone up your voice a bit more, like brighten your voice.
Yeah, like
up.
this.
Oh boy, welcome to a new
God.
oh boy, guys.
Hey guys, it's PewDiePie.
Okay, tell me when I have to record.
Okay, Aldrin. Do you see... Yeah, Peter, I hope you were writing a theme tune.
No,
Okay, Aldrin, right now is your Audacity a giant, like, dark blue screen?
Not dark blue, but
Or whatever, like a faded,
Blue.
like, blue.
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, sweet. It's like fully faded blue.
Yeah.
Okay,
Faded blue.
go click on, you see in the top, there's File, Edit, Select, View,
Yep,
Transport.
yep.
Go to Tracks, Add New, Stereo Track.
Okay, got it.
And you're gonna see, like, these two gray bores and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
They're not gray,
Um,
they're like more like stone.
Oh my. And that's it for this episode of The Door in the Log. Thank you all for tuning in to our pilot episode.
I should add a door in a log. What am I
Oh,
doing?
next left. Up.
Okay, anyways.
Okay, so how it's gonna work?
Bop,
Aldrin. Oh, by the way, we're just gonna check up on your settings. Do you see the pause, play, stop buttons up there in the top
Yep.
left? Okay, under that you see 4 drop downs.
4 drop downs.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like-
MME,
yeah, yep, yep.
microphone, blue snowball, 2 stereo recording channel.
Bingo. I think that's it.
speakers. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, sweet. Okay, then you know how they do it like live on like television and stuff. They're like 3, 2, 1, and then they have the little clipboard, like that thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna count down from 3, and then we're
Okay.
all gonna clap at the point where we're supposed to clap.
Everybody
Yeah.
claps.
Everyone has to clap.
3, 2, 1.
And then that's all you have to do. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To press
okay.
press the red button, right?
No. We're gonna press the red button like whenever we're all ready. Then we're gonna count down.
Oh.
So it should be already running when you're doing the 3, 2, 1. Clap.
Yes, bingo.
So
We're
how
gonna
are you?
we're
how are
gonna
you
synchronize in post.
How are you gonna synchronize it then?
Well,
Yeah, the claps.
I will synchronize it in post by matching up the claps.
We're gonna
Mhm.
clap.
Yeah,
You're gonna
you have to.
clap.
do
Yeah,
the
but
clap.
then how are you gonna compensate for the lag of
No, that's
Discord?
why like he does the 3, 2, 1, and then
Exactly.
we clap like when we hear it. It's because the only one who's gonna if there's a lag, it'd be like Josh who goes a little bit earlier, but he can
Yeah.
it'll that way he just only has to adjust for Josh's part instead of everybody else.
Okay.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Okay,
I did-
and then before we do that, I will just introduce all of you. I'm gonna do it as I see it in Discord. So is everyone Peter first for everyone?
What?
Right?
Peter
Right.
first,
Peter's-
Giselle last, and the.
I'm gonna introduce everyone. So Peter is
Oh.
first, and Giselle's
Oh,
last on everyone's. The transparent thing didn't work, Giselle.
I can see that.
The transparent thing?
He's trying to put door and log photos on the
Oh.
on the thing.
I'll find one.
Okay, so yeah, just a quick rundown. We could do a test countdown, because after we learn it once, we're done. We could do this forever. Giselle, are you still gonna put a door there, or are we gonna start?
I can just do this in the meantime, you guys.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna do one test run and then the full run. Okay. So
Okay, so-
everyone press record
Okay.
right now. Everyone press record.
Yeah.
Oh, press record, okay.
Okay, Peter, you're recording.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Then I'm gonna do the test count. Okay, so I'm gonna count down from 3, and then everyone claps at the basically when we're supposed to start. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Everyone claps there.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yep. Okay. So Uljan, if you clapped there, you nailed it. You're an amazing person, and you're ready for air. Okay, everyone ready now?
Froggy, get ready for this podcast.
Sweet. 3,
Door in the log.
2,
We actually do.
1.
Wait, I didn't hear the one.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we
the
already
first one
did.
was
I thought
okay.
that was just you for starting. I didn't know.
No. Okay, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna really
This is
sync
the
up.
legitimate.
This is the
Okay.
true start now.
Tree
Okay, everyone
stump?
ready? This is the real
Wait,
start. We're
this
gonna
is
go
not
on
where we
air.
clap.
Well, no, we're gonna clap. We're gonna clap.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone's gonna clap.
All right, we're gonna
Okay.
clap.
3, 2, 1.
Oh boy.
All right, everyone ready? Remember, I'm introducing you guys in the order it shows on the voice chat on Discord right now. So be ready. Please remember your name. I hope you remember your name. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to a new podcast that we're hopefully gonna go with for the rest of our lives. I am Josh, and we have here.
Going great.
Peter! Hi, my
Oh.
name is Peter.
Peter,
You
what's
can
up,
say
man?
his name. You
And-
know. He doesn't know the order on your screen.
Thank you,
Alright,
Peter.
wrap
And
it
we have.
Aldrin. My name's Aldrin.
Hey, what's up, guys? We also have.
It's me. What's my name? Oh yeah, my name is Max.
His name is Max, and
Oh, my name is Clara. Hi.
Hi, Clara.
hi, Clara.
Hi, Clara.
And finally,
I guess that's me if it's finally. I didn't hear it during, but yo, what's up? It's me, Giselle.
all right, everyone's favorite Giselle, and only. And this is a podcast we like to call The Door and the Log. And in it, we're going to basically surf Reddit or any other cool informational websites, look for things to talk about, such as articles, and we're going to go nuts for an hour or so. All right, so, Giselle, what do you have on the plate for us today?
Well, Josh, we have a little
Da-da-da-da.
article from the World News subreddit, and
Okay.
comes with the headline: "Post-COVID lungs worse than the worst smoker's lungs," surgeon says.
Oh, that's a
So a fun topic
title.
to start off with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
I don't know if there's much surprise there. Anyone think that's pretty weird? Would you expect that? Do you think COVID's that bad?
It's pretty bad, one would say.
Do we get to
Like
see the
that.
post?
If you're looking at Giselle's stream,
And I can
Um,
link it in the
and he's gonna
podcast.
link it anyway.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
So you all can look at that. But
Sweet.
okay, the first comment literally says that. Oh shit! Oh, sorry.
Yep.
COVID.
Yep.
You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
COVID X-rays during an active infection. This is slightly misleading. Clears up after. I'm an ED doctor, emergency department doctor. So already
Well, you
starting
said
with false
it's the
news.
doctor, you can't lie.
I feel like we should read it first,
Alright,
but you know,
let's see
So
how
there's,
long it
are we reading the article or are we reading the comments?
I feel like we should read the article first.
Alright,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's decent.
This is why I think I should steer clear of articles.
Well, if we are gonna do
First
articles, I think we
comment.
should read it before starting.
Yeah.
to-
Oh, totally. Totally.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
Put that on the list.
But
the
Giselle also
2016.
said like he wanted it to be like live, so like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just like a time sink.
I agree, but you
Yeah.
know,
We
we'll
can
see.
start
We'll
off
see.
easier. Who wants to
We'll
just
see.
go to the shower thoughts subreddit?
Sure.
I'm reading the article already.
Oh,
not ask
okay.
Reddit?
Well, we could we could ask Reddit.
You're right.
Everyone's just
Come up with podcast topics for us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easy way out.
tested positive.
Alright. Texas surgeon says that it's rare x-rays from any of her COVID-19 patients come back without dense scarring. Post-COVID lungs worse than any type of terrible smoker's lungs we've ever seen, and they collapse. Okay, wait, so it's not entirely misleading. I guess, like, the pictures could be, but, like, this surgeon is saying that post-COVID lungs are worse than any terrible smoker's lungs we've ever seen. That's kind of fucking scary.
But apparently, it still says
worse
the
in
it
what
clears
way?
up after.
Yeah.
Oh, I see here. So this is probably the important line. So healthy lungs are clean with a lot of black in X-rays, which is mainly air. In a smoker's lung, white lines are in the X-rays are indicative of scarring and congestion, while COVID lung is filled with white in the X-rays. So if you see a lot of white, then that basically means you have dense scarring within all your lungs.
And we learned a new fact. See, this is going off great.
So that's in the X-ray.
I'm
You're
gonna
right. I
remember
didn't know
that
how to read
for
X-rays
the
before.
rest of my life.
Basically, a
You know,
density graph, isn't
I
it?
think
right.
this is like mostly seen in patients with COVID who have like been in the ICU and have like
I agree.
extensive hours of like oxygen therapy. It's
Mhm.
like especially being intubated and all that like air and oxygen that's being like pumped into into their lungs, like that in itself is already scarring. If you're in like that intubation period for like a week, like I think that's the most like
But it's-
scarring part.
Hmm.
So that in itself with COVID, so
So
It also says here though it's like white lines are indicative of scarring and congestion.
yeah.
So
What's congestion?
congestion is when there's liquid building up in your lungs.
and that's
Which
like
happens
not
with
permanent.
COVID. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the question is how much scoring remains after COVID.
But I
Because-
do agree with Aldrin though when he said that these might refer to patients who are in like intensive care. Because how many like COVID patients who aren't having a serious condition do you think they're going to X-ray for their lungs in a hospital?
I guess also,
Fair
what's the
enough.
sample size of people who?
Yeah, they didn't really
versus
link
don't.
the article.
Mhm.
Like saying that is already kind of a scary thing to say to many out there. It's almost kind of like a scare tactic.
Yeah.
Is it? Just because like I feel like it's not
Yeah, it's probably a bit unethical if you're like scare tacticing people to social distance with false information, even if it works.
I mean, although it's
all they care
true.
about is just getting clicks. It's
Oh,
proven that
totally.
scaring people is the best way to do that.
Absolutely.
Whoa! Your lungs will break with these 5 easy things that you should avoid.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some evidence that like COVID could have some long-term health implications for people. Like, there's a
I'm
potential.
sure
For
there are.
sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I've also
sure
heard
there
that.
are. But we don't know that yet.
The only way to kind of like make sure of that is to just kind of see how it unfolds.
But on the flip side, do you think it's maybe people who have had COVID, like post-COVID, who aren't getting screened and have these severe like lung scoring problems and stuff that just are not
I-
screened? You'll never know.
I genuinely think that if your lungs are scarred and you have congestion problems even after COVID, you should be able to feel them if they are severe to this extent. Like you would notice a difference, which would result in you going to the hospital to get it checked out. So
Well, does
I
a
don't-
smoker feel their lungs? Like, I
Well,
feel like
they do-
just
they
cough and
know.
stuff.
They do
Well, the
cough a
thing
lot.
is-
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think because like with smokers, they've been smoking for years, and they've kind of
Mm.
developed like that tolerance towards that like decreased lung capacity or decreased lung function. So of course, like they've been, smoking for a while, so I guess they've learned to live with it. But someone who has just like freshly gotten COVID without any smoking or anything like that, like they would notice something different with their breathing, as with what is consistent with the symptoms of COVID, right?
Fair enough. Yeah.
So
Like-
I think like you would notice a huge difference.
I agree. If you actively compare like your shortness of breath or like the symptoms before and after, then I think it's pretty easy to tell because like Drin said, you don't get a chance to like get used to it. There's like a word for this, but I can't remember what it was. The
Acclimated?
technical term.
Don't get accustomed. Can't adapt.
Homeostasis.
I know for like people that are smokers, like long-term smoking, like the inflammation that causes onto like the trachea,
Mucosa.
like it can cause like hardening of the vessel walls,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
like
Mhm.
so that's kind of one adaptation for like in the short term that like probably doesn't appear for until like long-term smoking, where it's like that's when you get like higher blood pressure and like easier to get infected because it's like it's not blood vessels aren't as malleable, that stuff.
I also think this really just depends on the condition of the patient before COVID as well. Like, for example, your past medical history can affect it as well, and the age of the patient also, because we already noticed this, but like the people who are having the severe implications of COVID are actually those who are older in age, and
I
that's
totally
most.
agree.
That's probably because their immunity is like, or their immune system is weaker. They're also their recovery rate is also slower. So if a young person first like got COVID and they had scarring in their lungs, I think your recovery rate should be faster than that of a person who's like at like 70 or 80.
Yeah. Doesn't go much by like in this one article. It's pretty
This
short.
article, yeah. This article is
Yeah.
just a very poor summary or like an assumption. Yeah.
It'd be more interesting if we had the real paper they were.
Yeah, they need to
Mhm.
go more in depth at who the patient is, what their history is, or like.
Yeah, there's a line here that just says like when someone recovers from pneumonia, whether it's a bacterial pneumonia or viral pneumonia, it's going to take some time for their chest X-rays to improve. So that just means like maybe it takes time for because like the headline for this is post-COVID lungs worse than smokers' lungs. So does it mean like just directly post, but not like forever?
Doesn't say.
Yeah,
What
right.
stage?
Like it's the title is kind of misleading. It's
Yeah.
almost fear
It's
mongering.
basically it's a little sensationalist.
If
And to
people,
Peter's point, that's
yeah.
what it is, I guess.
But like like I do really want to put this out there. But if people really are interested in actually like learning the real subjects, I suggest they look at science blogs or like actually like blog posts that actually like provide scientific background for you to understand this, like this kind of article because. I'm not really sure if CBS does a really good job providing the necessary details for your comprehension. Like, this really seems very one-sided in the way it's presented.
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah, I'm sure if we had more time, we could look more into it, but
Yeah,
think
but
anyone
I don't
cares
really
that
want
much.
to. Yeah.
Nice.
my 2 cents if anybody really cares about this.
Yeah,
Which we should.
We
Me
should,
too.
for sure. We should.
wear
we
a
should.
mask.
I don't know if all our audience for this
Wear a mask.
podcast does.
Yeah, there still are like other possible long-term health consequences like brain damage and also like lung damage. So even though it's not
Yeah.
confirmed yet, just be careful of that. But anyways, let's move on to something else. Am I right? Or
Well, the
am I wrong?
TLDR is we know nothing about. Well, we do know something, but like we know nothing about the long-term effects of COVID because, well, I mean, it's been around for.
Are we
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
talk about the
Isn't it?
comments before we move on, or are we like?
That's
just,
a good idea, Clara. That's actually something we were
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we saw one where it's like the pictures are kind of misleading.
Mm-hmm.
From
Uh,
yeah,
so the Reddit comments, right?
yeah. So that one says, and then someone is quoting. She says patients who have had COVID-19 symptoms show a severe X-ray every time, and those who are asymptomatic show a severe chest X-ray 70% to 80% of the time. There are still people who say, I'm fine, I don't have any issues, and you pull up their chest X-ray and they have absolutely had a bad chest X-ray, she said. In X-ray photos of a normal lung, a smoker's lung, and a COVID-19 lung, the Bankhead Kendall shared with CBS Dallas. The healthy lungs are clean with a lot of black, which is mainly air. Smoker's lung, and yeah, it's kind of just what Clara said, like the white lines are indicative of scarring and congestion. And this person just says, that is terrifying for the asymptomatic patients who do not think that they have any problem. So really not much said there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Reddit.
Well, it's a quote, and you read the quote from the article, so.
I thought they were going somewhere with that.
Yeah.
This devastates. Oh, this person made a really good point. There's a comment like Caudalizer.
Yeah.
How the hell is an asymptomatic patient in a hospital getting chest X-rays?
There you go.
This is exactly what I said. Like, if you're not showing symptoms and you're not in a severe condition, because right now all the emergency rooms are literally full, like hospitals are full of COVID patients only if they're like kind of like almost on the brink of death.
It could be a query thing, like their query that this person could be having some sort of pneumonia or lung infection, and then because they could be showing like signs of fever, coughing.
For sure, but how many of those do you think realistically exist for these results to be statistically significant, right? Like,
which we wouldn't know without a paper. So
exactly.
Like, kind
so
of
like
an empty article.
this just this article just
But it got us thinking, and that's what matters. That's why we're here.
Joke's on you, I don't think.
Yeah.
a lot of non-medical providers reading these images in this thread.
Just remember, any of you guys can post Reddit links if you happen to be scrolling on your own. You can post into the podcast queue channel, and we can go through them.
We have a podcast.
Yeah. Mine is probably going to be biased because mine is just filled with my own crap.
I feel like we should, if you're gonna do this, we should go with like /science and like other stuff similar to that instead of just all.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to say about Pokemon, I'm sorry. Other than that Pikachu is cute.
Yeah, that was cute. Wait, we're going back to that wasn't even a Pikachu there. That's Chikorita.
That's a Tenemon. What's it?
Whoa,
what's that?
Oh, you were just I thought you actually knew. I was gonna be impressed for a second.
Oh no.
Speaking of, what happened to Temtem?
Rest in peace.
Stratospheric warming. I can talk about this topic intensively since I
There you go.
study Earth and Ocean Science.
Get a free lecture.
Do we want to do it though? I don't know.
I think
Sure,
we
why
should
not?
why don't we just take a break from the serious stuff? Like,
Everything's content.
Parents
Hey.
are bad at raising teens. That looks pretty interesting.
They?
You know.
You want to talk about that one? We kind of went into that one, so. it could
Oh,
be-
you already did? Oh, I see.
Well, not too much. We just kind of talked about it a bit, but yeah, we can do this for a bit. So, this is a shower
This-
thought.
I think this really reflects my thoughts these days. So, like, I actually talked about this the other day. I really wanted children until I started to realize that what if they start to develop a really different opinion from mine during their puberty, and they
probably
become
will.
very different people than the way I raised them to be. How am I going to come to accept that? How will I react to that? And how am I going to continue to be a parent in that sense? And I realized that I might even like respond in the same manner as my parents did, and I would never want to do that to my own children.
I think it's
But-
normal to like expect that they're gonna have different opinions as you when they're going through puberty because they're not like a fully mature adult yet. That's part of like the growing process.
Yeah, but then it's just I personally like I think I would definitely form like a very big attachment to my children. So
As you
when they
should.
go And then when they go through the rebellious phase, I can already imagine like me like having my crying phase, like Kremlins that cry a lot when they're like rebelling. So they rebel and then they say like, "Mom, I hate you," and then I'm gonna be like, "Okay," and then
Okay.
like at nighttime I'm just
Okay.
gonna go to my bed and just cry.
Okay.
You've thought about this way too much.
Fair enough.
I mean, as someone who wants children, I definitely like take this thought very seriously because children are not an easy commitment, like at all.
I don't think the rebellious phase is like innate. Like it's not guaranteed to happen.
And sometimes the rebellion could be good.
Yeah, but it's just that when they start to develop their own, it's not even that. Even if they don't rebel, like
Independence.
when they come to the age where they're gonna leave the nest, I'm gonna feel so lonely.
When they
Mm.
I'm
move
gonna-
out. That's not gonna happen till like 25.
I know,
Yeah,
but
a
like
lot of
that's just how far I'm thinking into the future.
Yeah, they're kind of inevitable.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I feel like because I know all of that, when I'm like raising them, even as a kid, I'm just always gonna feel that there's like a ticking, like time is ticking, and there's like a limited time I can spend with my precious children before they grow up and they leave. So
Well, I guess the thing you keep in mind there is if you were a good mother, they'll come back. You know, like they'll still want to see you.
Yeah, do
And,
that.
yeah,
Like it's not like
Yeah.
the mother, daughter or whatever attachment is destroyed. It's just they're out of the house.
of course,
There
but
you go.
like like they're gonna have families of their own, and my children
You can
won't
help
be
them raise
just
the
my children
grandchildren.
anymore. It's just, I don't know. I'm thinking so far into the future here.
Yeah.
This come away from even the teens now. I'm just talking about how they're gonna be like adults.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's any consolation, they probably won't be able to afford leaving your house.
Hey yo, the housing market.
Just stay in
So-
Vancouver. It's the perfect strategy to keep them in your
You'll
house.
probably like,
Trapped them.
you'll probably have 3 generations all in one house, and you
There you
don't have
go.
to worry about it.
Oh my, that would be too much.
That's too much.
Oh, so now you don't want.
So you're gonna
them.
kick out the
Okay,
grandkids?
Of
Yeah.
course not. It's gonna be really cramped. I
Which
guess
generation
that-
goes out first?
Oh my goodness. I guess I will probably. By then, maybe I'll be dead. I don't know.
Oh no, you can't be dead by the time you have grandchildren. Don't do
That's
that.
illegal. That's not allowed.
What if
Yeah.
I get
Oh, if you're-
cancer?
Okay, Jesus.
Okay, well,
But if you're dead, you don't have to be worried about being sad. Then
That's
You don't
true.
need to worry about anything.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're right. You're
You don't
right.
even have to worry about taxes when you're dead either.
That's
Yeah.
the best part.
You're right.
we should just kill ourselves after our kids leave the house. Yeah, I
Oh
guess.
no, that's okay. No, that's not what
Okay,
I was
that's a bit dark.
encouraging. Yeah, that's very dark.
Oh, just me? Oh.
Suicide
In a
should
video
not
game.
be. This is probably like this, but I don't think euthanasia is. Well, we can even. This is like grade 12,
What's wrong
grade
with
11 debate
euthanasia?
topic.
Oh, I remember that.
You grow up from a kid.
Do you remember
and you become a
this?
youth, and
I
become
wasn't
a
there.
adult.
Oh, I remember the debate about euthanasia got so heated. It was so bad.
I wish I was there.
Why would it get heated?
I personally don't think euthanasia should be a thing.
Really?
Why not?
Oh, that's the. Oh, okay. If you want to, we
Because
can get
they-
into this.
No, 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 no. I
all right,
don't
it's
want to.
happening.
I don't want to.
No,
I
no.
don't-
Okay, okay. I'll
This
be,
is
I'll be,
content.
I'll be nice about it, Claire.
This
Why
is
don't you?
content. Yeah.
Okay, wait, Claire. This is a safe space. Okay, but so yeah, Claire. Why do you think euthanasia shouldn't be a thing?
Like,
Which, by the way, is legal already. So.
yeah, yeah.
Under
so-
very strict conditions.
Sure.
So, I guess like this is where I always get torn between religion and what I personally believe in this world. And while I believe that all life should be respected and they shouldn't be like forced, like they shouldn't be given up. That's why I also disagree in a sense, like where when I disagree in meaningless euthanasia and meaningless abortions. Because unless you really, like for example, for euthanasia, let's say like there's a patient who's in constant pain and you know there's zero chance of recovery or very slim chance, and they're just pretty much waiting to die with a lot of pain. Then in that case, I believe their family maybe can choose to like, or like
Why would
that
their family
person
need to
can
choose?
choose. The thing is, so like the concept of ending your own life goes very much against the basis of Catholicism.
Well, yeah, but we can kind
What
of
if
agree
your
a lot
family
of the
chooses but you
foundation.
don't want to?
Hmm?
What if your family chooses but you don't want to?
That's murder.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's
Okay.
the counterpoint.
Well, yeah,
But like,
we can kind of agree like some of the bases of Catholicism are kind of outdated by like modern ethics. Like,
but
who
like,
even knows that for like gay marriage and stuff?
but then like meaningless suicide, like for example, suicide by euthanasia would be completely just unacceptable. You know what I mean?
What is
Um,
this
Wait,
meaningless thing?
So,
I
but so
don't
what I'm
understand.
saying is like if you're like not in a lot of like point of euthanasia was to give people a easy death or like
If they're
Well,
terminally
give them
ill,
autonomy over their death.
if they're if they're terminally ill.
Uh-huh.
But what if they're not terminally ill and they just, I guess they just first
Well, the thing is that's like what needs to be decided by like doctors, like whether they're depressed, like feeling suicidal, and that's something that needs to be treated, or if they're like of right mind and they're in a situation where there's no positive outcome for them continuing their life, and that it's pretty much guaranteed that they're going to go through a lot of suffering. Like
I'm
that's
just-
kind of the
yeah.
difference.
I'm just worried that in the future, like what, like probably not gonna happen. What if euthanasia is commercially available, or something like that? You know,
Like the Futurama suicide booth.
I don't.
Well, see, the problem with commercializing is that you kind of kill off your customer base.
That's kind of
There
Like,
might be
literally?
people. There
Not a
might be
good
people
model,
who
yeah.
want to do that. I don't know.
So I'm
like-
still kind of confused of what the argument is, though. It's like you can only
Um,
receive euthanasia if you have an extremely strict set of circumstances going for you. So like I don't get
Hmm.
what commercial is. Like anyone can get it, like technically speaking.
That's the thing. Like, I don't agree that anyone can get it.
But they can if they check all those criteria.
Like, if they so in those circumstances, yeah. But like, I mean, anyone as in like anyone.
Okay,
So are
wait,
you
so just
worried that like
clarify.
they'll lower the bore?
Yeah.
So do you
Oh,
think
I
if we
see.
allow people that are terminally ill to have access to euthanasia, that eventually that'll like the restrictions will decrease, and that people that aren't terminally ill will choose
Yeah,
euthanasia?
because I feel like that's kind of how our society works. When like one restriction is lifted or like it gets softened, and then it kind of starts to like slowly dissipate over time.
I don't know if there's been like a lot of like studies or like data that proves like that's
Yeah,
ever
that's
been a
just
thing.
personally my opinion, and that's just personally my observation. So I can't really bring any evidence for that.
Like
But
the worst arguments I've heard, well, not like worse as in like
mm,
the bad, but I mean like as arguments that like I've heard, or at least when I took like ethics class like last summer, was that like doctors or some protesters saying that like that doctors might recommend to their patients or encourage them to seek euthanasia, and that's something that's like completely illegal right now. Like when they created like the law to
Yeah.
allow euthanasia, that a doctor cannot recommend euthanasia at all. It has to be coming entirely from the patient's own wishes, and if they encourage them in any way, then they can be like fucked for that.
Yeah, you need witnesses that are like independent
Mhm.
from the options, and you need like multiple physicians, not just one. So it's not like one guy's gonna determine.
Yeah, I think they like
Mhm.
they look through all the loopholes for that to make sure that like this
Absolutely,
can't be
yeah.
abused.
Yeah,
yeah, I
Because
just hope
whether-
this, yeah.
or yeah, like whether you're like Catholic or whatever you identify as religiously, I think no one wants to see it go down that slippery slope, right? It's
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
it's like
I just-
there's hope for
Mhm.
people who feel like they want to just end their life
Mhm.
for the
I-
most part.
I feel like I'm just like extreme. I'm just thinking from extreme sides of things, where like I just don't want the system to be abused in the future.
Well,
That's
to,
fair enough.
Yeah.
to clarify for now, Like you're fine with people that are actually terminally ill and who are suffering to get
Like with
euthanasia.
the current legislation.
I
you're fine with that.
understand why they would do that.
Okay, yeah, like
Sure.
personally you don't need to do that. I mean,
I don't agree with and I wouldn't do it myself if I were in their situation. But I understand why and like where they come from to make that decision.
sure. To give like the flip side perspective, I would say there is some dignity that is given to the person when you get that autonomy over how you get to die instead of having to die slowly, painfully degenerating in a hospital bed. You can like say you can get all your family together, you can have a dinner, you can do all your talks, you can get your closure for everything in life, do that and be like, okay, I'm good now, then this is how I want to die, peacefully, surrounded by people while they can be here. Because if you let it to chance, then you could die like you could fucking die on the toilet. You could die like in like whatever like unexpected inconvenient situation. But if you get to choose it, then that's like that helps that person, you know, end their life with some dignity. So
Mm.
like I am also on the camp where I would be like I think it would take a lot to ever convince me to like seek euthanasia, but I also don't know how like undignifying or how painful it could be to go through a terminal illness. Like I don't have that experience, so I can't say for now if I'd be totally against. Like I like to imagine I wouldn't, because I really like life. I feel like I would fight as long as I could, because I think even if there's a lot of pain, that I would fight for like the few things that like I enjoy, but like, I don't know all that other the feeling of
Exactly.
going through a terminal illness. But and so I respect those people that if they want to take that agency for how they go out, then yeah, let them do that.
Yeah. I'm more in the I would get it camp. If I could sign like an advanced directive, if I knew how to do it, I probably would. But my reason's more like for basically you guys, right? And like my family. Like I wouldn't it's like essentially just like prolonging like the anxiety pretty much, I imagine. It's like, oh well, he could just die tomorrow or maybe the 2 days after that. I might not be there when
Yeah.
he dies and stuff like that. I don't want to put that on anyone.
Yeah.
So it's just like like Giselle said, I'd rather just gather you all, and then just be like, all right, I'm about to end it all right now, and then you're all present in the moment, and it's like we all revel in, basically my life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's usually like
That's-
pretty peaceful, I hear.
That's like where I feel like it's really interesting how humans perceive such different ways of seeing things, you know? Because, like, you said that you don't want to prolong the anxiety, but for me, it's not really considered anxiety. Like, for me, I think I just want them to be by my side and live for as long as they can so I can see them before my eyes as long as I can. Like, because I'd rather let nature take its course. Like I'd rather I want to see my beloved ones for as long as I can before I pass on. That's what I would want. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. This is sort of like food for thought, you know, like
Yeah.
why do we value life? Like why is it valuable? Do we value life just because it's life, or do we value it because we feel good living?
Mm.
So like quality over quantity.
I'm like on the other side of the spectrum
So which
Yeah.
spectrum?
Which way?
in terms of like respecting dignity for life
Mm-hmm.
over like to protect morality or whatever. It's just like whatever, man. If you're suffering, you want to die. Like here's the needle, and there you go.
Do it
I
yourself.
feel like if we're truly free people, we should be granted the freedom to end our life. I don't agree that you should all the time. Like you should think
Yeah.
about
Well, yeah,
it.
if it's suicidal,
But-
that's when it's like that's why you need to have those doctors check to make sure it's not just because
Exactly.
they're depressed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just view death as sort of like just another avenue of life.
I'm closer to you in that regard. It's like, I think the line of like demarcation there is like if you're scared of death, I think. It's like if you're scared of it, you probably wouldn't go through euthanasia.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
But like, what part of death is scary? Is it like dying in pain, or is it just dying at all?
I feel like it's dying at all. Like
Yeah,
I don't
a
know.
lot of
Even if
people-
you're, yeah, yeah.
I don't know,
Even
like-
if you're, oh,
Well, sorry, I was gonna say like
yeah, totally.
dying is scary because you don't know what's gonna
Exactly.
happen afterwards.
Yeah, the fear of the unknown.
Absolutely.
It's unknown, like what's
Mhm.
gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
That's probably
Mhm.
scary to me.
I mean,
Mhm.
you kind of know what happens, and
Does
because
anybody
Do you?
know what happens?
Do you?
You
As
know
in,
what happens
because
to your physical
what
body.
what did you experience before you were born? It's
Well,
basically
I
that
don't
you
don't
imagine-
know.
You
I don't
know
imagine you would
Joy
know.
of non-existence.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you lived through that non-existence for like billions of years, technically trillions.
Well, you just said you live through it. Like, what is live?
You
Experience
you
it,
went
whatever that
through it. You
Yeah, exactly.
As in
So you're
tech-
going through something.
you went through a
You don't
period
know
of
that for
non-existence.
sure.
before
Yeah, and you
were-
also don't know that. Maybe we were nothing, like the Big Bang Theory. Like we were
Yeah.
just nothing, and then we came into something, or we had like some metaphysical thing going on or something.
If
I
we
really,
had- Why wouldn't we remember if we had a metaphysical thing?
I really,
Some people, like, I don't know if you guys know about those kids who like are born into this world, but they suddenly remember like a different life.
mm,
Yeah, like my Pharaoh thing that I have with
Mhm.
Peter. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's another story for a different podcast. But yeah,
Oh gosh.
But how do you know they're
Yeah.
not just psychotic?
see, in Korea, they actually have this thing where you can experience your past life through hypnotism. And
Mm.
it seems like a lot of people, there's a lot of accounts where they find it pretty accurate, or like they use that to heal traumas or PTSDs. Like for example, somebody had like a fear of rats for whatever reason since she was born, and then she did that hypnotism thing where she went look at her past life, and I think like she died because of a rat or something like that. So like it's just every time she sees a rat in this life, like it traumatizes her. So during the hypnotism, the person like helped her like get over the fear, and when she woke up, she had no fear. Like it was gone, like magic. Like
Sounds
Oh,
like
look
one
at
of
that.
those kind of psychic bullcrap things.
it's.
I'm
I mean, it really depends on how you view
Psychic
things.
bullcrap.
I'm not entirely sure about the scientific validity of hypnosis, but if it works, it works. I guess. So like if it did work, that's
Placebo
good for
effect
them.
is a hell of a thing.
It's absolutely
really-
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but-
more likely, if you were to like think of the most likely reason for that, it's probably because like there are some things like that are brought down from evolution, like the fear of rats. Like they you can like transfer things from one generation to another without actually changing DNA, which I like kind of like learned like offhand from a Destiny stream when he was watching like an evolutionary biologist thing. So like
Yeah.
when like phobias and like those kind of things can transfer from.
You
so
mean genes being turned on and off?
yeah, I'm not sure if that's what it is, but it's like that could be it. And so like maybe if it could be some sort of like memory transferred, which I mean that sounds kind of dumb, but I don't know, anything more likely than that. It could even be that person was experienced like a dream, like they could have had some sort of dream in their life that made them fear of rats, like, or repressed memories. Like there's a lot of other things that it could be.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think this is where like religion just gets so fucked up. Like technically, I shouldn't believe in past lives or reincarnations for that matter. But I do.
You're allowed to believe in the future life or something, right? Like afterlife.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, the afterlife where like your soul or your spirit goes to a different like place. But I don't think like you're reborn again. I think that's Buddhism. Or I don't know if there's other religions with
Yeah, that's
that.
a different.
Yeah.
religion,
Buddhism is like
But-
reincarnation, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so I honestly if there's one thing I definitely like believe in is that the body and the soul are separate things. Like after that, like if you guys think about it, like our like when we like the sperm meets the egg and they get fertilized, then our physical body starts forming and our brain starts forming. But exactly like where does our like life come from? Like where does like our personality come from? Where does
A
Your brain.
lot of electrons.
where does our existence come from? Like like our existence itself, like this, the fact that we're able to have a conscience is
That's
Really?
Your memory would have something to do with it.
no, but
Yeah,
the,
one was-
the
one was-
fact that we have a conscience is like
No, that's actually true. Like that's one of those
yeah.
really weird things that I actually like kind of like heard about recently that kind of made me think like if like the possibility that there are things that aren't physical in this world, like consciousness is one of those things like we know it exists because like we are who we are, like we think before therefore we are, but like there's no one place in the brain that we can pinpoint this is where consciousness comes from.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like, what is consciousness? Like, does that actually mean like there's something metaphysical? Something that's like in the physical world that's not physical?
Mhm.
Does it need to be in one place in the mind and not just an interaction of multiple components in your brain?
I don't think so. Like that can
Like-
explain like some
Well, like
things
you
like
can
how
take things out of like your brain, but like you still have consciousness, right?
Mhm.
Well, exactly. So, it's, well, like if you remove everything in your brain,
Well-
like, what do you think? Like the brain removal patients like go through? Do you think they have consciousness?
Like
If
they
their
take out their whole
brain-
brain.
Yeah, like a brain. Is a brain transplant a thing?
No.
Oh,
No. No. Dude, the
You'd think
moment you
that'd be a
take
thing.
out your
I
brain
think we're trying to get there one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
moment you take out your brain, nothing's gonna be able to support your body, like your heart beating or anything for it to be
Oh,
considered
Is the
alive.
heartbeat autonomous? Everything else
Pardon?
except for isn't everything else except for the heartbeat? The heartbeat's like autonomous.
I don't
The
think
heartbeat, yes,
so.
it's autonomous.
Is it?
Yeah, it's self-firing.
Oh.
Only for a short amount of time though. Like
oh.
That's why you can take the heart out and it's like still beating.
it has its own like. There's a part in the.
But aren't there like nodes in the
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, there are nodes, and there's a specific node that's self-firing
Hmm.
in the heart.
So
Okay,
you just
I didn't
gotta
get
take
to
the
the
brain
point.
out really quick while
Really
the
quick.
heart's still. And
Yep.
then put the other one in.
Bingo.
Mm. But like I
And
said,
then boom, you're changing the consciousness.
but bringing it back, I really do think the soul, something's gotta happen to the soul or something like whatever's there. Like I said, the body like decomposes. We go back to whatever. Like okay, whatever. But like, where does like our soul go? Like what the hell? Like it's just. But I think there's gotta be somewhere. Since we came from somewhere, we gotta go somewhere.
Well, didn't you just say that's like antithetical to Catholicism? How would it come from somewhere if you don't start from somewhere?
Yeah, I know, but like that's like what I'm saying. Like even if Catholicism isn't like if you don't believe, even if you don't believe in Catholicism, like the fact that we exist, I like to believe that is because there is something metaphysical out there, and I just don't know. But I think like it's not gonna be that bad to die.
Probably
enough.
not that bad because you
Unless
don't
you
feel
go to
anything.
hell.
Yeah. Thanks.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, well, don't sin, guys.
Too
What?
late.
Too late.
Oh shit.
Don't kill people.
I mean, I think it's fine
Sure.
to like just accept that we don't know anything. We don't need to like assume there's souls. I don't know. That's for me.
No, I agree.
I like the idea of don't go for like the easiest answer. Just kind of accept that this universe is fucking complicated.
Hmm.
There could be an answer to consciousness. There just could just be out of our scope of it of like discovery.
Yeah, and in the end, that's like really what religion's designed for, right? It's like if you do believe in like the afterlife, it's like, oh, well, if I die, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't
And
need-
you
I don't
find
gotta be
solace in
worried
that.
about death.
Yeah.
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 If we're done with this topic, I kind of have a question I was wondering about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, how would you guys bring up death to kids? Do you think that's something you should bring up to kids?
Mm.
So I kind of came up with this. Oh shoot, sorry. Prince is
Oh,
my dog,
yeah,
by
no
the
worries.
way. Whoever's listening.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So anyways, basically, when I was like in nursing, like they teach you how to bring this up to kids and stuff, and
Mm.
there's like different kids go through different developmental stages and also like psychological development stages, and
Mhm.
then so through those development stages, they have like different concepts of death. So someone who is like, for example, like a 6 year old will might want to um, will tend to kind of blame themselves for it, or they think that death is temporary. Uh, but meanwhile, like school age children are more able to grasp the concept of death, but not
Mm.
so much like the it's a kind of a concrete definition of death where it's just like they're gone, but like they haven't gone through all the different meanings of that to themselves and to everybody else. And then obviously like teenagers, like they're like pre-adults, so they would have a more like complex definition of death, or what they would understand at least.
Mm.
So with that context in mind, like what type of which children, like what age do you mean
Yeah, I think
by
probably like early elementary, kindergarten-ish.
okay, so early element kindergarten, I think like in this like with what I learned like in kindergarten, they're like preschool age. So
Yeah,
they're
like 4 or
definite
5.
yeah, like they definitely wouldn't even understand what death is.
Hmm.
And
It's
then like
like, yeah.
with early school age, so like what, like 6 to 10?
Or,
Yeah, or like yeah, like probably over like yeah 6, 7, 8.
I think it's just one of those things you like keep simple early on, and then you like just slip it in more as they grow.
It's just
mm.
like how like when kids are young and you're trying to explain the clouds to them, and like, oh, the clouds are like the cotton candy in the sky. Like use something that they can understand to like
But
make
this,
them understand in their perspective. For that, you can be like, for example, like if their mom passed on early, they can be like, oh, mommy's now a star in the sky. Like she's not here anymore, but she's watching over you from like up above. So she turned like just to like get the concept across that she won't be there in the same form that she used to be. So she's not present, but to give them the assurance that like they didn't completely lose them, because I don't think children can wrap around their head around the concept of permanent loss.
Mm.
Well,
So
to
Especially
go
they
with yeah.
in that young age. I'd say.
mhm.
Well, to go with that, what about Uldren's thing where it's like you have to be concrete? Like, wouldn't they just be like, "What the hell do you mean by she's in a store now?" Or
She's
how would
become
you
a
address
like
that?
she's become a star. Like it's like usually children, like even like when I say like children, I mean like preschoolers right now. So
Okay, so you're still
they
going for them. Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah,
they
preschoolers are more like imaginative like
Mm-hmm.
their
mhm,
developmental stage is like imaginative. Meanwhile, like school age, like I would say like 6 to 10, they're more like you know,
mhm.
just concrete stuff.
That's the age where children ask questions a lot. They will
Oh yeah.
inquire. So they will like if you say something and they don't agree with it, they're like, why? Why? So that's when the case where like this imaginative like the star in the sky won't work. This is where you say like when people get older, they pass on, or when people are sick, then they their lives naturally end, and then you have to explain all that procedure. But like the thing is like there's definitely different ways you would have to introduce that to like different age groups,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
100%, because I also studied child psychology, so that's why like when Dred mentioned that I was like, yeah, totally agree.
So
Awesome.
in that sense, like with like smaller children, like preschool age, like you'd have to be a little bit creative in a sense. That's why Claire did say like a star, but I know what you mean, where it could also
Yeah,
kind of mean like, oh, it's a metaphorical thing, blah 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 blah. But you just have to incorporate like guess like creativity, and just so they can understand, or you can even like explain it through play, because like
Mhm.
children like in that age love to learn through play. Like that's how they, like imitating real life and stuff, or
Mm.
Mhm.
role play stuff like that.
So how would you roleplay death? Just like
You kill him.
take a gun and go.
No, you would just be like,
Oh.
it's like,
Just
it's
be
like,
passed out on the floor when they come home.
Yeah.
it's,
Oh,
You-
Mommy?
they're dead, yeah.
I think another way to show that would be like they fall asleep, but they're not able to wake up anymore.
I feel like that would
So
make
it's
them
like a-
scared of falling asleep.
No, it's just like it's like a different form. It's like it's like when they reach their time, like they will like fall asleep and they can't wake up anymore, but it's okay. Like they're
Expired.
all right then.
I don't know. I'm with Giselle now. It's like, what if they're just like, what if I don't wake up one day?
And they're like,
Yeah,
no,
That's kind of the thing. Like I'm worried. Like how like do you lie to them in like the sense where you're like, oh, they just went to a farm and they're gonna be there for the rest of their lives, or like do you just straight up say like life exists for a certain time but then it ends like for everyone including you.
I think you all have to realize that parents tell white lies to protect their children because
Does it really
Um,
protect them?
it does when they're at a younger age and they can easily get like harmed from like the type. So you basically like when you're younger, you're not able to form like conscious thoughts like adults do. They're like they're children.
Like yeah,
So
it's emotional.
they can't make their decisions yet. They haven't formed like a capability to like decide for themselves what's right, what's wrong, what's like true, what's like not true. Basically, that's where the parent guidance is important the most. Because when you're younger, that's how they develop their sense of morality, their sense of decision making, and that's why like parents keep some stuff away from them. Like for example, they don't talk about murderers in front of the kids.
Oh, exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What you could do is, even if you don't like the idea of the sleeping thing, you can like play, especially through play, like, oh, grandma's just gone away. She won't be coming back.
Mm.
Like, just make it like super concrete. Like, don't make it any more complicated. Don't add guns or blood or whatever.
Grandpa
I don't know
go
if you're
brap brap.
exaggerating, but it seemed like that's what you were.
Burr.
Anyway,
Go burr.
yeah.
Haha,
Like-
death go. No.
Well, I was just more concerned with the specific thing Clara said, where it's like you don't wake up, because I feel like they would just immediately apply that to themselves. Whereas the thing where it's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
they
that
go
is-
away, that's
Yeah.
completely different. It's like,
Yeah.
well, they don't have to go away.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah, what about like a slightly older kid then, like 7?
Yeah, that might be more interesting for the conversation.
That
Well,
depends. on-
well, you would say, well, definitely, you would say, like, you would definitely be more concrete about it. Let them ask questions and be straight up, but give them simple answers. Like, what happened to grandma? Well, she's dead. Like, she won't be coming back. But
I feel
obviously, be more
like-
sensitive about it. Like,
Yeah, I feel like this.
not just-
Yeah. Well,
I'm trying to remember because
Yeah.
my grandfather died when he was 7, and like
When you were
I
7,
think I understood that like what death was at that point.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
so.
think I did. I'm not too sure.
I also knew at the age of 13. So 13 is 13 is like a teen or preteen. So
That's teen. You're like on the cusp.
yeah. So it's like 100% you understand. And like my grandpa was ill since 10. When I was 10. So I already kind of got the concept that he didn't have much time left.
Mhm.
So if I'm able to understand the concept that life has an end,
yeah.
I think that's pretty much knowing that there is death. And what is death?
And I also think I want to specify, like, with, especially because, like, when I was also, like, around 6 or 7 years old, that same age, like, my great grandma died too, and I understood, like, that she's gone. But, like, obviously, like, I didn't know all the complicated stuff, related to that. But, like, I think it's important to tell the child, like, it's not your fault.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest
yeah.
thing. Like even if like the child might not have a lot of time with that specified person who's dead now, like they might still think like, it's my fault, like, oh, I probably should have done this with grandpa, blah blah blah, or like they just tend to blame themselves. So especially with that child age, like I think it's important to state that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good point to bring up about the make sure they're not taking responsibility for that. Yeah, pretty good to bring that up. I feel like that's a good pivot to why don't we just say how we found out and like see how we process it from that. If you can recall
I don't
such a
fucking
time
remember.
from your
I
childhood,
don't remember when I think I just knew.
you just knew.
I don't know.
I barely remember my parents telling me, like, yeah, when you reach a certain age, something happens and you just don't come back, or you don't see that person anymore.
Mm.
I don't remember how I reacted to it though.
I
I
just
don't-
remembered something.
I don't remember anything.
Well, can I recount a funny memory to you guys?
Go ahead.
Sure.
I remember my grandfather. I'm not laughing because my grandfather passed away. That was very sad. Because he was really close to me, so I cried a lot. And then my mom, she's Catholic, but she believes in reincarnation. And then one day, there was this bird that would keep coming to our balcony repetitively, like just specifically to our balcony. And my mom's just like, "That's your grandfather." I'm like, "What?" She's just like,
Imagine if it was an earthworm instead.
Yeah.
she's
He
just
was
like,
a bad man.
she's just like, your grandfather wanted to be born as a bird in his next life, and I'm just like, oh, and he's like, look at it, like the fact that this bird keeps coming back to our house repetitively, it must be your grandfather checking up on us. And she would actually feed the bird. Maybe that's the reason why he kept coming back. Like,
Oh.
yeah, and then she just like did that, and then I was just like, but back then I actually believed in it. I believed that that was my grandfather because that was my mom. That's what my mom told me, and maybe that is to this day. I shouldn't believe in reincarnations, but a part of me does because that's kind of how I was taught what that comes to result in.
What happened to the bird?
It
It
died.
stopped showing up a couple afterwards.
Hmm.
And then my
No,
mom, and then my mom's just like, oh, I guess he's like, he's moved on. I'm just like,
He's gotten tired of us.
Or he got tired of being a bird and then switched to like a human again.
I don't even know. But like, I think it's like I said, like, what your parents say, especially as a kid, really definitely like shapes how you view like
Yeah.
different things about life,
Hmm.
Yeah, now that I think
including
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like parents a lot of times just like tell their kids like those white lies, like partially because like they feel like it's just so easy to, like it's tempting, like, oh, it's a little kid, they'll believe anything, haha, it's so funny, but also just probably because like they're kind of lazy to deal with the consequences of like trying to teach them the truth. Like it's so much easier to just tell them like that something's done by magic or fairies or some bullshit, rather than kind of going
so
through
much
like,
that.
Who
Huh?
said?
I don't think it's really like that.
I don't
I
know.
don't
That's,
think any parents looking at their kid like, "Yo, I'm gonna mess this kid up. It's gonna be so funny."
sometimes
think-
like there are people that
I think
like there are
most of
parents
it-
that'll say like, why do I need to eat like vegetables? And they'll be like, because like there's
Well,
little goblins in your stomach, and if you don't eat vegetables, they're gonna grow and like burst out of your stomach.
I think those kind of things.
Did you have that experience from your
No.
parents?
I mean, I had like
Or the
Oh.
gremlin's still alive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel like
they're still there.
I can't recall like any specific like. I recall my brother telling me a bunch of bullshit growing up, but then he was also a kid, so.
Yeah.
I don't think parents do that. See, what I remember from my parents at least is like, yeah, they did tell me like Santa Claus existed. They told me like tooth fairies and stuff like that. But they also explained to me when I grew up and I can actually like consciously like realize for myself like and make decisions like what the actual like truth is behind some of these things. Because like when you're younger, there are some things you can comprehend and some things you cannot. And I think that's what the parents are keeping in mind.
I mean,
Your
but like, are we
age.
doing that at like the right age groups or like the right stage of development? Because I
Well,
feel
that
like
yeah,
some
that
kids can
depends.
understand more things than we give them credit for.
Well, I
Yeah.
think yeah,
And then
okay.
also, well, that's why the parents like will decide that for themselves.
Yeah, and like
I mean,
for like
parents are
for
kind
ex-
of bad judges. Like,
well,
they're not like trained parenting.
well that's the
like,
thing. Like some
class
parents, if they
teachers or
study
something.
development,
You just assume that they're bad parents.
No,
yeah,
I'm not saying they're bad parents. I mean, like, unless you've like been trained in like the stages of development, like the psychology of learning,
yeah. So
and
those
like take
people,
like are a parent teaching instructor, like of course like you're not gonna be as good. So that's
But-
But I'm
like
pretty sure living with your child for that amount of time, you know how your kid is.
it's not even just that. Like, if you're preparing to be a parent, like, wouldn't you usually just kind of like try to prepare to be a good parent? And I think that would include like looking things up like developmental psychology.
I mean,
Because
that's
like,
if you have the financial luxury.
I think
to
you're
do that.
vastly overestimating.
dude,
Yeah,
there's a
Yeah.
lot of these resources available on the
like
internet.
clearly.
I don't think
most
that's the
immature
argument.
parents
I think a lot of them don't care.
Okay, well, I personally like. I guess like I wanted to like disagree with the argument that parents don't know anything because like that's like a very general statement.
Well, like
Um,
they don't
you
know.
can-
Parents
you can-
don't know anything.
I mean,
you can say
Not all of them, but definitely a lot.
yeah, like a
You know,
lot
all
of
you have to do is have sex to have a kid.
yeah, it's not a high bar. You don't need to take an IQ test.
okay, well, yeah.
But to Giselle's
Speaking
point, I see
of-
Clara, I see where you're coming from. But to his
Mhm.
point, it's like even if you read all about it, it's different than living through it. Like
For
when you have the
sure.
kid, it's like a lot of those skills won't actually come to fruition because
Yeah.
you're kind of just like forced to make decisions on the fly.
And
a lot
some
of the time.
people are just not naturally just not good at being parents. There
Yeah,
are
and I
people
think
like
that's
that.
where he was going.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Anyway, Max, what was up?
I forgot.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay.
No, I forget every day.
I hate that
Yeah.
I'm watching Giselle's stream, and I hate that every time someone talks, I'm looking at their picture.
That's the point.
I
I
know,
feel like
but
that's the point. That's pretty fun.
whenever Aldridge's talking, I'm just like looking at him like being constipated or whatever.
Wait, what? What picture?
What?
I don't.
You guys are
know
about to
the-
find out something really funny
Oh
when you go on his
my God,
stream.
Giselle.
Oh my.
Dude, you put a
What?
picture up on me on your stream
Your picture isn't as bad as
Maybe.
Petey.
without my consent.
Well,
So
you
you
know.
didn't consent.
Let everybody know on this podcast that
Oh.
Giselle doesn't ask. for
Giselle doesn't care about consent.
Oh my god, are we canceling ourselves already?
You're canceling your host.
Is this
You're
the cancellation orc?
Giselle's canceled.
Oh.
Okay. This isn't actually Aldrin, by the way. I just
Right.
googled another random constipated
Giselle?
Falapino.
Oh yeah. Yep, totally.
Dude.
It's not the
I like how you got the 2-in-1 picture there with Max.
You didn't even ask for
Sick.
consent, bro.
You had to put that weird ass kimchi one?
Man.
Look at mine, guys.
No, I know. I'm fighting for you, Peter. Peter's got it the worst, man.
I feel like the only good pictures here are Giselle and Max.
Yeah.
wonder
Okay,
why.
well, I seriously, that's
Fucking whore.
rude.
Wait, that is true.
Hey, Max just looks good in whatever pictures he's like.
Oh, well, you know.
That's not
Oh,
true.
so you-
I have
oh,
some
wow.
weird ones of him.
Yeah, but they're
Oh.
probably still good.
Did you take those as consent,
Yes.
Mm.
Max?
What?
That's not a yes.
Why does it have to be that one? I'm so self-conscious of me in that one.
I think it's really fun. It really shows your personality. It's like it's perfect. It's,
My
Yeah.
personality.
I feel like
That-
all our pictures on this screen right now are indicative of
But-
our personalities.
uh,
I feel
okay.
like all of these
Yeah.
are accurate to a T. And I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Uh-huh.
When we do our first video episode, I think they're gonna
Okay.
be like, "Oh yeah, totally." They're
You want to
exactly like
This
explain?
is our first video episode. What are you saying?
well, yeah, we've just been holding these faces.
Oh,
For the
speaking
whole-
of which, it is past my curfew. So,
I thought you were going at 2.
no, basically, my computer has to be returned at 1 a.m. She's already been generous. It's 1:20-ish.
I see.
Wait, who are you
So
returning
I-
it to?
My parents.
Oh.
I have talked about this, but yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think.
it's-
Yeah, you were there.
It's a new curfew situation.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess with that, I'd like to thank the maybe 1 to 2 viewers who weren't us, who tune into this very special pilot episode.
People actually
They
tune in.
exist.
I imagine 1 or 2, strolled by.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, again, this was this pilot episode. If you liked what you heard, feel free to give Giselle a comment on this stream. Yeah,
Yeah. Follow,
It's-
like, and subscribe. Leave a
Absolutely.
comment. Share with your friends. Give me
Oh
your
yeah,
social security number.
give
all
them
that
all
good
that.
stuff. Give me all
Yeah.
that.
All right, and we'll hopefully see you later. And stop. Awesome, guys. That was pretty good.
Oh, move back.
Turn off this
All right.
facade.
Alright. Alright, I paused the recording. Is that. Hello? Hello? Oh, they switched channels.
Oh, he
Exactly.
didn't ask.
I was
Do you
so
want me to
Oh, yeah,
export
he
this
totally
as MP3? Export as MP3?
Okay, before you all do that, or
Save
hold
as
on.
save project.
Well,
Export.
first, yeah, I think it's safer if everyone just saves the project first.
Save
Yeah.
project as
Just name it whatever this is.
pilot
And put your name.
podcast.
I'm doing
Yes,
pod
please
one.
put your name.
Oh, I'm just doing pod 1.
No, but put
Old
your
one,
name.
Aldrin.
And then I'm gonna export this as
Okay, wait, so what do we export it as?
No,
Pod-
first save the Audacity file as a project.
Save project as.
Yeah. Just name it
There are
Pod One.
presets.
Pod One Giselle.
Okay.
Can I add reverb to mine?
Save project is for an
You
Audacity.
don't want reverb.
It says save project is for an Audacity project, not an
Yes,
audio
yes, yes,
file.
yes, yes. Bingo. Just have the file saved.
Okay.
So first, I would like any one of you just say I.
Aye.
Okay, Max, please send me your Audacity file. Everyone just hold on to it right now. But Max, just send me the Audacity file.
Aye.
I'm gonna
Most of
see
it's blank on
if
my
I-
side.
Oh
I
no,
have
that's
the
fine.
MPS Audacity files.
That's fine. I'll have your sync. I'll have your audio. Yeah, brilliant.
Is
So
there
I'm just
gonna be
gonna
a Google
see if
Drive
I
for
can-
this? Because it might be
Uh,
easier to just set up a Google Drive where we upload it instead of
Google Drive has a
all-
25
each of us-
gigabyte limit.
Mm.
Oh
gonna-
really?
We're gonna go blow through that really quickly. I have a feeling.
Oh.
How much
That-
is the average Audacity file?
1 hour is like
Or I guess I could just see mine right now.
tenth of a gig.
I'm gonna try
Megabytes?
exporting mine.
60 megabytes.
Export.
Isn't that okay? Because we can delete the older ones later.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
well,
I'm just gonna see if.
I wanted an excuse to set up a file storage.
Do
well, how much would the upkeep on that be?
I don't pay electricity in my house.
Oh, it's like you wouldn't pay for the service? Like you just have it?
Well, I mean, I'll get some storage. It's a NAS like this has been on the back burner for some time. I just needed a reason to do it
Hey, well,
or an excuse.
I guess there you go. Okay, so it's looking like my Audacity file is going to be somewhere in the 60 megabyte range. So, yeah, I guess when you do send... We could just make the Google Drive, I guess. For now, and then when Max does the Dropbox thingy, especially when we have footage and stuff, that'll be more important. Okay, so, Max, have you sent me the Gmail yet?
Um, I'm compressing it.
Okay. Oh no. Just send me the Audacity file.
Like the .sup.
Yeah.
There's also data. It's archive.
Can I send you my stuff just like right now? Because I personally need to go soon, and my mother might be mad.
Mother.
Okay. How about this, Clara? Did
Dude,
you
I was
export it?
watching this English show, so like my English is so messed up right now because I like streamed 8 episodes today, and I like my English is like Really
Watching
fuck-
an English show messed up
Wait.
your English?
Bridgerton. Do you guys know that? It's on
So
Netflix.
I
It's on
I
Netflix.
haven't seen it, but
You
It's
mean
like- it's
English as in like UK?
Yeah, UK English. Yeah.
I
so
see.
My English-
why does your English suck?
No, it's because like I keep on thinking.
It's
I
a
keep
dog
on like.
from the accent.
Yeah, I keep on speaking like that.
Oh.
I keep like their mannerism and their like speech things. Like it's just embedded in my head right now.
Well, I guess we must match your
No, don't do this because like
accent.
that show has a lot of like sensual scenes. And it's just making me think of them right now.
Oh my.
you're
It's so-
sensual with it.
Yes.
No,
yeah.
okay, wait, no.
Put your banger in my mouth.
Put your. Oh.
Mm.
Hey, Clara, why did you detract from the thing I was gonna tell you so you could leave?
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Okay, first, save your project file,
I did.
then export the file as an MP3.
I did that.
Okay, now send me both of those.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're fine. Keep talking about your Bridgerton thing or whatever.
Oh man, it was so good though. Like I was just like, oh, this is so cute, you know. And until the sex scenes came out, and I was just like, oh wow, spicy.
Then you
And
said,
then-
"Oh, this is so great."
Maybe, but like it was just like
Oh.
I was just like, wow, this just has everything I want, like the romance, the cuteness, the English accent, everything. And I was just
Blimey.
like-
Alright.
Hey Josh, where's your email?
Put it in the quarantine.
Oh, okay.
It's just my name. No, real simple email.
I
honestly.
still confused whether your last name has 2 L's or 1 L. And
Oh, I know.
There is one L. Yeah.
subject podcast. Hello.
Mike, Uniform, Lima, India, November, Golf, Bravo, Alpha.
This might
Yankee.
come into your spam.
Nah.
This so
Oh,
please.
Giselle, since you're here, here's my email.
Thanks.
Brandon, did you check if mine
I
went
think so.
through?
Right? Yeah, it worked. It went through.
It went through. Did you get the question without me telling you the answer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What was the question? Holy.
What the hell are you guys emailing each other?
Porn.
Okay.
Alden really wants my dick pics, so.
Bridgerton porn, I assume.
Dude, it's so good. Well, I don't know. It was to my taste, but I don't know about you guys.
Josh, is just Josh mulling Bayan?
Well, you don't send me it yet. I'm just getting Clara's for now. I'm just gonna see if we have to do
Because
anything.
Clara has
Hold
to send her computer off. Woo!
Well, then send it. What's taking so long?
Large files must be shared with Google Drive.
Okay, well, just do that.
Well,
Just sit through that. Yeah, I imagine you're into like the real sensual, slow,
me?
romantic
Me?
sex.
No.
Wait, it's like an intense hardcore thing?
No, well, there's
She
like,
likes it
there's
raw.
like, oh my god, there's like
Saturday
different,
Night Live.
there's like different varieties. Okay.
Oh, so it's like a.
So do you like it when there's like a lot of steam?
Yeah,
When
And oil
like the Titanic
and
sex?
spices.
and oil.
Where does
And a
the
deep fryer.
come from?
With the lid on for 15 minutes.
Oh my
Am
Zipper.
I
god. Okay.
cooking
So
somebody
now
here?
that we're all here, now that the three of us are here, we're gonna have to talk about this. I know there's a giant
Dude.
elephant in the room, and he's in a pan with a
There
lid
is.
over it, being steamed. So, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
this
Peter,
should
I imagine
go
you
through.
told Giselle the thing you told me.
Uh,
did it.
To
it
to what?
And that your opinion hasn't changed.
Oh no.
Well, there you go.
All right, it
That's
has
the
gone
elephant.
through. It has gone
We just
through.
took the little.
No elephant.
It's a pretty big elephant.
Josh,
Is there
Can you
really
check?
no?
I sent you the clip, Josh, of the meme.
Of the meme.
You not looking memes?
I know.
I
I
can't
know.
wait for season 2.
Of
Oh, you're done.
sex.
You
I
finished
finished the
Of
whole
Auntie
season in
Donna?
one day.
I can't wait for that.
It was so
Okay.
good. I think that's the
Import.
first English like show that I actually really got into, and now I'm like open minded to try other ones.
Well, you know.
Should try Fleabag. It's really steamy.
Hmm?
Sticky.
Is that on Netflix?
It's on Amazon Prime.
That
I don't think I have Amazon like Prime Video. Like I can
Amazing
watch it.
Crime.
Oh,
You have Prime.
I do.
Primo Gems.
Never went on it.
shoutouts.
You never went.
No. The Outlander looks like she's a modern woman trapped in a brutal past.
Brutal.
Epic tale. Ooh, this looks good. I'm gonna try watching this one next. This is also English accent.
Oh,
Dude, Netflix is just like recommending me steamy, intimate shows. Oh my god, it's so funny. That's too funny.
It's free porn.
No, that's
Heyo.
not what I'm going for. I want the romance.
Okay,
Come on.
porn with plot.
She likes the story.
Excuse me.
Stepsister, I love you.
Oh my god, that is not what I'm in it for. Like like
Win
that
it.
cute interactions and those like.
While they're raw dogging.
You
That's-
should watch Little Women.
Oh my god! Wait, the book?
The 2019 adaptation.
Is it a show? Wait, show or
There's a
movie?
movie.
Is that the one with Emma Watson in it?
Emma Watson, yeah.
Emma Boston? Oh wait. No.
I always like planned on
Just
watching
doxed
that,
her.
but I never got to watch it. I loved the novel. It was so real.
I really like the movie.
I'm more of a novel person in that sense. I feel like a lot of the movies I watch are usually like novel adaptations. Because even the I can't even pronounce it. What is wrong with me? But Bridgerton is like also a novel series.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh my god, the
Ooh.
sync worked. Nice.
It worked.
It worked. Okay, now let me just try fixing the levels here. I'm gonna see if it. Effect.
All right, I'm gonna return
Clara,
my...
you're free. Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back on my phone, but I just need to
Sure.
get my laptop away.
Oh, you could have said that. Oh.
But then I can't like keep the Audacity running.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just needed the file. Yeah. That's
But
all.
also the files are on my computer.
I see.
Yeah.
I see the issue.
Yes.
Okay, noise
So-
reduction.
I'll be back-ish.
Let's try this. Oh yeah, by the way, if any of you like jerk off or something while you have your Audacity going, just let me know. I don't need to listen to it. I'll remove it. But you'll have to tell me the timestamp.
Be silent.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. It's a real issue.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
I-
Or should we wait for her to come back? Before I ask that.
Wait for what to come back?
For her to come back.
Oh, you mean like tomorrow?
No, like in a minute when she comes back.
Claire's going back? I thought she was going
Yeah,
to
she's-
sleep.
No, that's exactly what I thought. And then she said, I'll just join back on my phone. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
well then.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to try to listen for Clara's breathing.
Were you all breathing on your mics?
I'm a pretty big breather because my microphone's right up to my mouth, pretty much.
But I mean, I feel like if you were breathing, we should have been hearing it. Right?
What's up?
We would have heard your breathing.
No. The Audacity is a little more like intimate.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like it picks up more.
I
Oh
don't think I'm a
no.
breather, but when I talk, I do this like inhale thing.
Yeah, it'll totally get that. And we don't hear you do that on Discord. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
The Audacity's gonna really go for that.
And it's so annoying to hear.
Okay, so I gotta look for a long stretch where Clara's talking. Let's go here. Oh no, that was her laughing. Yeah, let's go here. Oh, by the way, okay, yeah. So all of you, can you just export it as an MP3 and send me the MP3?
Okay.
I just did that.
Wow,
You
Petey.
sent me the Left 4 Dead. Oh, but you also gave me the Pod one. Nice.
This is gonna take a lot of time to export.
Doesn't
takes
take
a
that
minute.
long. Yeah, it's like a minute.
This is an hour of
I'm
content.
sorry, Giselle. I don't think roommates will work out. So.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get bored cooking and the whole house is gonna burn down. like in SpongeBob.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, Peter, I don't
Gotta
know
wake
if,
up and I gotta blow the dream away.
I don't know if yesterday he told you this because I know you were in a call with him yesterday.
No.
But oh wait, you weren't?
No, he did. You didn't say anything.
Wait, he didn't say anything about it?
Did you, Giselle?
If you don't remember, then probably not.
Oh shit, now it's
Well,
awkward.
well,
Okay,
did you
well,
say something?
Other than the meme I sent.
Yeah. So that's not anything.
Okay, well, Anyway, Peter, we came up with a great plan for the cooking thing. We're just gonna get him a crock pot.
Oh my god.
No,
Petey,
think about it.
do
If
you
the
really-
issue is,
Wait, I just seen it. P, do you really think I'm disabled?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but
When
that's
I
not
told
the
half of
issue.
us do.
when I told Giselle
I think
this,
100% of us do.
oh,
Okay.
well, when I told Giselle this at the dinner, he was like, "Does Peter think I'm disabled?" I
That's
was like,
literally what
well,
it sounds like. Like,
well,
you sound like I'm incapable of learning
I
anything.
can't believe you just shunned that onto me.
I agreed
You
with you
held
though.
the same thing. You said the same stuff.
No, but
No,
Josh
but
said that like he
I
was
made
like
it.
Josh said he
Yeah.
could like that he wasn't fully.
Yes,
like,
I
bought
made it
into that, but he's-
explicitly clear to both of you that I would give him a chance. No,
Yeah,
he
he
said
said that PD.
did not say that.
He said that PD was like fully on board of not letting me live. because
Yes,
of-
and then I asked him again, and he said yes. So there you go. I'm not a villain. I'm no villain here.
Huh. But
yeah,
I,
that's like
I
it's like
said the cooking isn't an issue. I don't give a shit.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And then that's
So
what I'm saying.
we do stand on the same thing with the cooking thing,
No.
though. Yes, you
No.
bitch. Don't
But
back out like that.
I just told you an alternative. We
he's
get him the
disabled.
slow cooker. We get him the slow cooker.
Yeah.
No,
and
Josh,
then-
okay, but I remember the conversation that we had when we were talking about this, and you seemed to
Uh-huh.
be on it. You seemed to be
You
really
brought
like
it up.
concerned about
you
it.
were the one
you
that
guys
was
were
like, I don't
talking-
know.
You
and
were
like all
leading the
that shit.
conversation for like hours about this.
First of all, I said to Giselle to his face that a lot of it was me
Yeah,
making
and you
fun of
told-
him.
He did say that.
And I did. I made fun of him. I acknowledge that. I'm not denying that. I'm
Why does he
denying
think, why does
that-
he think that only I think he's disabled?
no.
Because
Well,
when Josh
I think
raised
he's a
it, he
shit
said
cook.
that you were
And-
100% against the idea of even like giving a chance. Josh
Yes,
said that like
and then I
he
said,
would like talk to me.
yeah,
but-
okay, Peter. And then after I told him the cooking thing, he was like, okay, let's just fix that. And I was like, but wait, there's more. And there you go. And there you go.
Yeah.
I am not a villain.
Okay.
I
I
believe
mean,
I was
yeah,
an
like-
honest storyteller.
If you really
Like
think
I
I'm that
always am.
disabled, then sure, you don't have to live with me. It's just pretty disappointing that like after all these years, you think I'm
fair.
incapable of learning.
Like I said, the
Disappointing.
cooking isn't an issue. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so what is the thing you have the issue with? I don't really care for the cooking thing either. That's an easy fix. We got him the slow cooker, and then we're good.
Like if I imagine. living with you-
Wait, 1 second. But giving him the sloker doesn't mean that he's learning, though.
Well,
Did you say
we're-
that Giselle can learn? So make him learn.
As what I said to Josh was like
Make
this
him
was an
fucking
easy
learn.
conversation. If you respected me as a functioning a human being, the conversation would go like, "Hey Giselle, like when we lived together, and like yeah, I know you had some incidents in the past where like you burned your chicken because you weren't paying attention. When we lived together, can you just make sure you keep a timer all the time, or like stay with the chicken just to make sure
Why
it
do you
doesn't
need
burn
a
because
timer, man?
because
Have you
because
cooked
like
meat before?
or
Did it do
because
Obviously, he hasn't.
that's why I said either leave a timer or stay with the chicken because I'm just concerned about house fires. I don't want to risk it when we're living together.
I don't.
And then I go, cool. That's yeah,
I
sure. I'll
don't
do
care.
that.
I know you're not gonna burn the place down.
Okay, well that's how
that-
Josh
I'm not,
described it.
I'm not entirely sure of that from my end. If you're not looking at the thing,
Yeah,
I feel like there's always
now that I
the
think about
off
it,
chance.
Yeah, maybe there is a chance that you should watch the chicken. But I don't.
Yes.
In terms of living together, I don't care.
Okay, because that's what Josh and I focus on the most, and that's what made you.
I mean,
and
yeah.
That's how you made you sound that.
We were
how you made it
shitting
sound like
on-
you thought that I was disabled.
Well, I do think your cooking is disabled. Like,
I never.
Okay.
Disabled,
I never said
like-
the word disabled.
Okay.
By the way, he
well,
brought that
yeah,
up.
Giselle's using the
Ah.
word, and I'm just
Oh yeah.
using his vernacular.
Oh well, you know.
I mean, I'm saying disabled as in you think I have a learning disability that I can't like learn.
Of course I don't, you dumbass.
I mean that's what it
Yeah, that
sounds
was,
like when you're like
the
head
thing
like
you do
100%
without
already
actually
like
talking to me. I understand.
okay. Well then I guess Josh it has conveyed he basically tried to make you look like a dick.
What did I
Because what
do?
is
I have been honest in the whole entirety of the
Because you
were
said
honest
Petey was like
in what you
100%
thought.
about us not living together because of that.
He just agreed with that earlier.
So
What are you talking
that's what
about?
Petey did? That's why that's confusing because he
The point that's missing is I'm saying I don't give a shit about the cleaning thing. That's not
Yes!
my problem.
Oh wait, even the cleaning thing?
I mean the cooking thing.
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's
okay,
what I
so
said.
what do you think I'm disabled about then, Petey?
I am honest. I'm an honest storyteller.
Okay,
Shut
Petey,
up.
so what am I disabled about?
Well, you're disabled a lot of things, but
Okay. Can you be more specific?
if I'm thinking about living with you, it like right now, I feel like we wouldn't agree on a lot of things.
Like what?
Chicken.
Like scheduled cleaning
Why
and the
wouldn't we?
quality of cleaning.
Why wouldn't
Quality is maybe one.
Um, just from observing your own living quarters,
You mean my room?
also your kitchen,
You can call it that.
Like,
mostly your kitchen.
saying I have a dirty kitchen.
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, I got a testament to this. When I was getting one of your dishes, it was in the clean cupboard. It still had some grime on it, so I'm just saying.
But to his credit, maybe could be it could totally backfire on me. His mother could also be cleaning stuff.
Do you,
Yeah.
does your
His
mom
mother would
clean
be
stuff,
even
or do
worse
you clean
roommates.
stuff as well?
Exactly. This is where the backfiring comes. So
Do you
do
clean
you?
stuff?
It,
Do you
as I
clean
was
your dishes?
explaining to Josh before, it has just as much to do with me as it does to do with you.
Which I also
And I'll,
told
like,
him.
Yeah, did you explain that part?
I totally explained that part.
Yeah.
I don't...
Yeah. I'm an honest story.
Sure, whatever. I'll give him that. But, okay. I'm also not the
Oh,
only one
shit.
living here using the kitchen. I mean,
That's exact. Oh,
I
so-
lived in
so,
Japan.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, like I lived in Japan in a dorm where I had things like kitchen duty where I cleaned and garbage duty. And like whenever I use
But
the
didn't you get,
kitchen
like,
frequently
people get
there, and I
mad at
always
you?
clean my stuff there. So
Hmm.
But didn't people get mad at you?
in Japan?
Yeah,
When?
I don't know.
Oh, there was this one time I had like curry, like
Yeah, I remember the
pot.
story where people got mad at you because of something.
not people. This is like the
Someone
only
got mad at
time
you.
like something ever happened. I mean, people got mad like people on other floors. There were people that left their dishes in the sinks and they were like piling up. I mean, I always cleaned my dishes and I took them back to my room. That's like, but like for like the only time like I made curry in a pot and like I was planning like I couldn't finish all of it. So I was just like I'll just leave it here. I mean, there's like 2 stoves. It's not like the pot was taking up a bunch of room, but I was just like I'll just leave it here for a few hours because like I can't put it in the fridge anywhere. There's no space. I'll just like eat a bit, leave this, and then like come back and finish it. But then like someone fucking like emptied the curry and then they wrote in the group chat, "Oh my god, someone left their curry in the kitchen." It's like, yes, that was me. I was going to eat that. You bitch. So that's not necessarily me leaving the kitchen dirty because I wasn't leaving it there overnight.
It's not what I'm saying. I'm sure you have the capacity as well as I do, but I feel like me and you are the same in that we would adjust our ability based on the people around us.
Okay. And the issue?
That we're probably not the cleanest people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying that if you're together, you'll just encourage each other's dirty behaviors.
Oh no. I'm annoyed.
Or not
This
encourage.
shit.
Yeah. You know, Peter,
Like-
you explained this.
So what
did.
you're telling me is you want to live with someone that's a super maid, so you don't have to
Okay.
worry about cleaning.
No, it's
No.
not
Is that not the
Peter
implication
explained it
right there?
better.
I don't want to
You
live
had
with
a-
someone who's like me
you had the
because then like
explanation.
I won't have someone to clean.
I thought Josh explained this, but I'll say it
I
again.
did explain it. It so sucks. I feel like all these problems are your guys' end.
This is what happens when you say shit for someone else when they're not there,
I
okay?
said it exactly how you said it, and yourself
but-
just forgot, I imagine. I said it exactly. You're gonna say it right now. I'll let you go, and then just I'll be like, "Oh, he did say that."
Alright.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
Alright, so my work ethic is a product of the people around me that applies to home and at work. Like, for
Well, that's
example,
what you meant by that, Josh? I didn't even know that's what you meant. And
Aha!
you talking about like a kitchen. I thought you, because
No, man,
Josh said it, he was like he wants it to be like a kitchen where everyone works hard. And I was like, okay,
Well, that's where the work part came.
okay, but no, what Petey's saying is that like he imitates the work those around him.
That's what I said.
I mean, okay, maybe I misinterpreted that. So I thought what you're saying is that like he wanted people to work hard in their kitchen, and then
like we're in a kitchen.
We're not.
no, like
in
the metaphorical
someone-
kitchen, where like everyone needs
Just
to
how
work
it's
hard.
clean,
And because like I remember
clean.
exactly right after we talked about that, then like
Uh-huh.
that's when you brought up this, like Petey thinks you're dirty, like is when
Well,
that-
that because we
and
were
so
still
it's
on the
like-
cooking thing and the cleaning thing.
yeah, so like Petey's like thinks
Yeah.
like yeah that
So I
I'm
just
do-
applied it to the scenario we were talking about.
Yes.
No, but it's kind of different because the nuance is that like he's saying he's dirty. Because I don't recall you saying specifically that Petey thinks he's as dirty as me. Because what it sounded like, what you were saying, like he wants everyone to work hard, and that he doesn't think I'm a hard worker.
No, he just doesn't think you're a good cleaner.
Okay, no, like in respect to cleaning.
I don't understand where the confusion is yet.
The nuance is different from saying because in one case he's putting all the blame on me. In the other case, he's kind of sharing.
No, he's putting blame on people who don't share the same work ethic as like the upper class people. Just the broad categorization of people who don't really give a shit, like the people he works with.
Blame on anyone.
Well,
I'm just saying
no,
how it
it's-
is.
It just what? That's the same. Okay, so Peter,
Blame
let's just go
implies
back to the
I'm
thing.
not like owning up to my grievances or something. Does that make sense? Anyway,
His shortcomings.
yeah.
Because like yeah, again the nuance was like in one scenario, PD is admitting he has shortcomings and that they're same to mine. In the other scenario, PD just doesn't think he has those shortcomings and that he thinks I just have them and that I would bring him down.
Well, how Peter told it to me was that he's like in the middle, not that he's with you there.
So you
already.
think you're better than me, PD?
I do
That's
think
what
I'm
I-
cleaner than you. Just
There
from
you go!
observation.
That's. I
Okay.
feel like I didn't
But
misunderstand
not
anything.
as clean as like Josh or whatever. I want to. If I'm living with someone and they're as clean, like optimally,
They like optimize the cleaning.
I feel like you
schedule
need
and
a
stuff.
you need a
Wait.
fourth person to help you guys out.
is that your way of being like? Yeah, we'll get Drin in there.
No, Jordan wants to be with Claire and Tristan and Matt.
Yeah, he
No,
joined
wants to
there,
be with
Colin.
the cool house. Whatever.
Because nobody invited me.
Well, obviously we want you there. You just
Well,
didn't happen to be in the room.
Also, what I thought is you said you didn't want to live with us. I thought you wanted to live with your parents.
I think no, he gave up on that.
Oh, did
this
you?
is 10 years down the road. This isn't
Yeah,
even
but
gonna
we
Not
have
happen.
10
plan
years.
for
This
it.
is at least a solid 5.
It's 10 years to plan.
Of course, I'd want to like live out on my own with my friends,
Oh, I didn't
but
know that.
not right now.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
Like right now, I think everybody still wants to live with their parents because I
Oh,
want my
yeah.
dinner.
I just don't want to pay rent yet. I can't.
Yeah, like my job right now is not that consistent.
So yeah, is
That's
that
why I'm
cleared
looking
up?
for other jobs.
I feel like I communicated that exactly as you said it.
I mean, I still think PD's pretty wrong. In,
About
like,
what?
His like
View of
his
you?
impressions of me and my cleanliness. Like I don't think you're
So,
imagine like
the
you
state
think I'm
of
just
your
gonna
house-
leave dishes out in the kitchen
Bro,
growing
not like
mold?
that. It's like the smaller stuff, like the attention to detail.
But you just said you don't care about detail.
When did I say that?
Because you're saying you're not like that clean either.
I'm saying I want to be.
Oh, so you're trying? Okay. So you're not there
He
yet,
wants-
but you're aspiring to be someone like that.
I'm, as I was saying before, I'm a product of the people around me.
Which is what I told yourself.
If I'm around a bunch of slobs, then I'll be a slob. If I'm
Which is
around a
what I
bunch of
told
clean
you.
freaks, then I'll be a clean freak
And
too.
that's exactly what I told
So
him.
you just want to live with exclusively clean freaks.
Well, yeah, I'd like to live in a clean house. Is that so wrong?
I'm saying clean freaks, not just clean. There's a difference.
I don't know.
You can live in a clean house without being like a
Well,
clean.
maybe your
freak.
definition of clean is different then.
I mean, like you don't need to disinfect everything all the time. You can have.
Okay, like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna walk around with a hazmat suit. That's not what I'm thinking.
That's.
I'm not one of those dads where I'm like, you can't sit on that couch.
Yeah, you
I
have
just
like
put
the
plastic
plastic
all over your
wrapping
couch.
over your couch. I mean, that's. I mean, that's what I meant by clean freak.
No, that's just a. Oh, that's just an irrational person. I feel like I don't think
I mean, is
anyone
it-
is like
I
that.
mean, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's not what I'm
You
saying.
don't need to go overboard.
We're also gonna enjoy our lives in the condo, so I don't feel like that would be
I
even in
mean,
the
sure,
consideration.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, if that's like the line where PD wants to draw, it's like fuck all that other enjoyment and living together. Then like, yeah, I mean, do
No,
you.
dude, I'm a clean freak. Like, if clean freak is like, if your clean freak is like 10, I'm maybe like 8. So I still wouldn't be like that. I'd still let you live, still let Peter live, still let me live. But there's a pretty stringent cleaning schedule that would need to be.
I mean,
Regimented.
yeah. I mean, I imagine like if we were there, we would have like a chore schedule, and we just do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's like, yeah, and also like, really like when I use the kitchen, I clean up after myself. I use my own dishes, clean them up when I'm done. Bam, that's it. My room will be a mess, depending on
Same.
how busy I am. But that's my room. That's none of your guys' business. Any public space, I'll keep clean. Anything that's mine, that's for me to worry about.
Well, that's also partly my objection. I feel like, sure, I don't really care about what's in your room, but don't have crumbs in your room and stuff like that. Don't
So I
fucking.
just can't eat in my room.
Giselle, there's a massive difference between what I said and you thought what I said.
Exactly,
That's
man.
kinda-
You keep fucking doing that.
What?
Yeah.
No, when you eat in your room, no
You
matter
can't
what,
eat in your
Then
room.
you
but
clean
try
up
to-
the crumbs after,
There we
dude.
go.
Okay.
That's not what I meant. What are you talking about? I feel like I'm the perfect, independent, impartial storyteller here, and you both.
Yeah, you're
Just
right.
blame
No,
me.
you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
all on this cell.
It's hilarious.
All right. Well, I'll just say I've never had rats in this room. For
But you wouldn't know if you've had rats in that room.
Many restaurants don't know they have rat problems. Bloody disgusting.
Like,
I
it
mean, if
just-
there were rats in this
if
room,
I were to
Junior would have killed them
choose-
by now.
right now, or if we got like a dream, whatever, I don't know, like we're living together. But if I had a choice, I'd just vote against it. That's all.
Yeah, sure.
Seeing as it's a vote of us two, if we're talking about Giselle.
No, like it has nothing to do with like how much I like you guys or whatever.
Oh yeah, no,
It's-
I understand
I've
what you're
lived-
putting down.
I've lived with people that are close to me, where I'm like paying rent and shit, and like resentment builds up easily.
Oh
It's-
yeah.
It's something that needs to be controlled. And I feel like just knowing you as a person in our relationship and interactions, blah blah blah. Also, the combination of seeing your living quarters.
Just don't go in my room.
I would. What? No, but also your kitchen, man. It's not every time we're there. It's
Oh,
not really
that's what you
clean.
meant.
Shit. Oh shit.
So like,
Funny.
All right.
given all those things combined, knowing myself, knowing or you as long as I've known you, it just maybe it's not a good idea. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
Do you
Look.
not agree?
To be
What
the
do I
mediator
have to
here.
agree with? If you don't want to, you don't want to.
No, to be a
No.
mediator here, I feel like we could come to a compromise here. I'm with Peter in that the best way to predict someone's future behavior is to look at their past behavior. Your past track record, not excellent, but
I mean,
I
my
believe-
kitchen isn't necessarily a reflection of behavior, since there's other people that live in the house.
Yeah, but what
Sure,
about stuff
but-
like your lunchbox?
Okay.
Ew, that was disgusting. That was
What exactly does that have to do with my clean living quarters?
I
it's
feel
a
like anyone who
component
has a clean
of
living
the-
quarters wouldn't have that kind of lunchbox.
That's a fallacy.
I
Fallacious
disagree.
argument, because that's
Well, it's a
That's a
product
false
of your
equivalency
living
right there.
quarters. It's a product of your living quarters. To be fair,
that
the implication
has
is if you
nothing to
don't
do
take
with my
care
living
of
quarters.
if you don't take care of the Tupperware, you're not taking care of the dishes. That's like the logical train of thought there.
Like, they don't have to be like washed all the time. Like, you can have like And
They
if you
kinda
use it one
do,
day,
man.
you keep leftovers in
And-
like the fridge.
They result in what we smelled.
Okay.
So, do
Like,
you
sometimes
agree
food just
that-
doesn't always smell that like pleasant. Like when it's like
I
That's
don't
not
know,
the
man.
issue.
I feel like anyone else could make that sandwich and it won't smell like that. The thing is, Giselle, I agree with you. You're allowed to have leftovers, man. No one's saying that. But after you finish the leftovers, you should completely clean the Tupperware.
yeah.
And from our past history, it doesn't smell like you did that, at least. So either you cleaned it wrong, you didn't use some type of detergent or something, or you just didn't clean it and you just loaded the next sandwich after that.
Depends on like how dirty it was after.
Yeah, so I guess that's where the
This is what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I'm
our
saying. That's the definition
idea
of where
of
cleanliness differs.
clean
Yeah.
or quality of clean is different.
I mean, still literally has nothing to do with living quarters. And that's still all my own private business.
I still,
But,
I don't quite get how that. So, so you're old. So are you telling me you only do that with your Tupperware thing? That's it.
well, I mean,
Nothing else.
Like, yeah, if it's like still fine and clean, like
So if it's like a dish, like a
But is
What
that clean?
like a China
Like,
dish,
Wasn't it clean?
you
it's
gonna do that?
yeah, it's clean. Like
No, just because you can't see the fucking particle
Mold.
doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Disgusting.
doesn't mean
You
that
have
it's
to
anything.
clean it.
Doesn't mean that it's anything like harmful.
I don't
Oh
think
my
that's
God.
true.
This
And
is
if that
Yes,
was,
that's true.
many restaurants wouldn't have
That's
such
because
strict
it's
protocol.
shared between people. Like the worst, like the worst thing that happens is the contamination between people, and also just the fact that there's raw food. That also leads to like the proliferation of certain bacteria.
No, you also don't want to have a nasty ass place. So
Yeah,
that you
that's
don't
different. I don't
get
care about
pests.
aesthetics for my own shit.
Yeah, but if you're leaving around like a moldy,
Do you
Tupperware.
do you hear like? Yes, I eat with mold in my lunchbox, Petey.
You
caught me.
potentially could be.
No.
You potentially could be.
If there was mold, I would know.
Oh
And I
my
obviously
god.
Clean that. Never once had mold develop. in my
Okay,
lunch.
maybe I'm on his side now. I can't believe this is something we're talking about. It's like it's molecular, isn't it? Like the spores.
That's
of
in
What are you guys
algae.
trying
everywhere.
to say?
Even
Sorry,
if
I need to
there's
hear
always going to be
Sorry.
some form of bacteria anywhere.
Sorry, what was the?
Yes, but there's a difference between letting it live and thrive and
Wait,
just.
wait. What's going on here?
Okay,
These
what's
guys
up?
are. I don't even know where they're coming from. They think I'm letting mold grow in my lunchbox.
Okay, mold was a hyperbole. I'm
So,
sorry.
no, but wait. What's the issue?
okay, Aldrin. You make a sandwich.
No, okay, the issue is that our
What's the argument?
that our idea of clean isn't the same.
Yes, and that derives from this question I'm about to ask Aldrin. Aldrin, you make a sandwich.
Okay.
Okay, let's say you're gonna eat it for tomorrow for lunch after your nursing shift.
Okay.
You load it up in the Tupperware, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yep, because you want to bring it there, right? You go to your place, eat the sandwich. Let's just say you bang it on the sink. Make sure there's no crumbs left.
Okay.
Right? No sandwich left. Right? You ate the sandwich.
Okay.
You banged it on the sink. No crumbs left. You go home. Do you load it up with a sandwich for the next day, or do you wash it before you do that?
Well.
Mhm.
I would make the argument that. So you banged it with crumbs, and
No
I'm
crumbs
assuming
left.
I'm assuming that this plastic container was clean
Initially,
initially
before the
and-
first one.
and
Mhm.
that the plastic container visibly has no soil on it or whatever,
No
like
visible.
no
shit
visible
on it.
like
Yeah, that's why
shit
you
on
banged it
it.
out for crumbs. Mm.
or like whatever residue from the sandwich. I
Sure.
would say it's possible to use it for one more day, but after that, I would say like no, because you gotta clean it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Make sure it's
Nah,
clean. Then I leave it in the fridge,
I
and then.
disagree.
I disagree as well.
I mean, sure.
If
Even if you
if
have
in
like
case,
meat
wait a
on
minute,
there,
you guys didn't understand.
Okay.
If you're in a rush,
I feel like that's a big
okay,
qualifier.
well, sure,
You
but
missed
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about being clean, not like.
well then yeah, just clean it then. Dude, why wouldn't you just do it? Why wouldn't you just get a clean container?
Ah,
I'm pretty sure you have many
Oh.
clean containers, not
I
just
really
one.
don't.
wow.
Well, then get more.
It
So
is
you
pretty
wouldn't have to.
simple. They're
Yeah.
pretty
Hmm?
cheap.
Yeah, they're like $2. You go to the dollar
It's
store.
nothing I've
See-
ever had to be concerned about.
Well then.
Hmm. So I guess it's never a
this-
concern.
That's the issue then.
Okay, because it's
That's
literally
where you
never.
guys-
Yeah, because it's never been a bother for me. Never gotten
Hmm.
sick from anything related to it. Like the system that's been working for me, like I don't. There hasn't been mold growing.
Where do you leave the Silverware?
Like unused is in the cupboard, and then like if I used it for a day and it's still fine, there's leftovers in there, put it in the fridge. Then it's fine. It's not growing mold there.
But if you're done with it, then you clean it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? We just asked you that. If you're
Like-
done with it, do you clean it?
Like I put it in the sink and clean it eventually. If I'm like completely done with it. If I'm not done with it, I'm still loading up leftovers and leaving.
But what
Also,
how
it
do you
doesn't take
define
that long to
completely
wash.
done with it?
Wait, first of all, it doesn't
Do you
even
think I
take
just
that long to
use like I've
wash.
been using the same lunchbox infinitely?
But that's what we
Oh.
just asked you.
Wait, also, it doesn't even take
Like,
that long to wash. your
Just until it
lunchbox.
gets like dirty.
Dude, it doesn't even take that long. It takes like 2 seconds. You can even just rinse it.
Also that.
Okay,
Rinse it with, and then
It's
grab
not
a
an
paper towel.
arduous process. It's
No, like if you
fairly
really
simple.
like, let's say I did say that whatever Mike said.
yeah, I rinse
You're
it
in
if
a
there's
rush,
a
but
lot
even
of
if you're in a
like
rush-
dirt or not dirt. I mean like if there's a lot of like mess. But like if it's nothing and there's just like a couple crumbs from the sandwich and I know I'm gonna load it up with a sandwich again, just put it in the fridge.
Mm,
I feel like Olgin was with you for most of that, and then he quickly jumped ship.
I mean, sure.
I'm sorry. I just don't.
Sure, I literally
Something I don't agree
But
with.
I
but
feel like your
fine.
sandwiches aren't the situation that I'm talking about, though. Like
Well,
your
I'm not-
sandwiches are the ones with have residue on it. You have a lot of shit on it, and then you still like use the lunchbox with like shit inside it,
like what shit?
like ketchup or I don't know what the fuck you put in there, mayo. It's not just crumbs.
I mean, is that even like it? Okay, hypothetically, if I was making a sandwich with ketchup and I put in the exact same, and there's like a small ketchup stain, and I'm already putting another sandwich with ketchup, like what is that going to do?
no, but that's just the principle of being clean.
Sure, well, it's like it does nothing in terms of like actual health.
I mean, it does if you don't have it in the fridge for most of the day,
That's true.
Keep it in
That
the
is true.
fridge.
but you don't. You take it somewhere.
It's not even gonna do anything like that. I don't think ketchup is growing mold throughout that day.
Okay, but like,
okay, let me ask a better question. Okay, how often do you clean your bathroom?
My mom like hires a maid.
Oh,
Okay.
you guys have
Let's
a
say
maid?
you just contemplate you had no maid. How often would you clean your bathroom? How often do you think it's necessary to clean a bathroom?
I don't know the standard for cleaning your bathroom whenever it gets
Well, you don't know
visibly
the standard for
dirty.
cleaning your Tupperware, so just tell me what you think the bathroom thing is.
The bathroom?
A fairly important thing you clean in a house. Pretty important. Pretty integral to
know.
the.
And whenever it gets visibly soiled.
And I just
Oh,
disagree.
do you do this? Do you do this?
Okay, well, how much
Do
do
you
you
put
do
the
it?
toilet
Tell me.
paper on the
I'm-
counter,
What?
or do you make sure that it's in the roll?
What?
Do you make
Are you-
what in the counter or in the roll?
You put the okay. So let's say you put on a new toilet paper. You get it. It runs out, right? And then, are you lazy enough to just put it on the counter, or do you actually take out the whole thing and put it inside the cartridge or whatever?
I don't even think we have a cartridge in our bathroom.
No, that rolly
what?
thingy.
You just
We don't have.
Holy-
Yeah, just put it on the counter and just take it.
you don't have a.
You don't have. Oh, that's why I remember last time the toilet paper roll was on the ground.
Oh, the.
It was on the ground.
I'm just gonna stop.
Okay, I think I should stop
Um,
too.
Like my opinions out there. I don't think there's much more that needs to be said.
Shit. Okay,
I'm
Let's
not
make
trying
this-
to attack your
let's
character. or
let's
anything.
make this no more insulting. I'm done with it. If we lived
though
with
the
you
way you cook
and we
chicken is
told you
fucking
what to do, would you do it?
I mean, like. you
Not
should.
out of no pride, no
I
animosity
mean, what if I
between
have my
us.
own bathroom in my room? Are you gonna tell me what to do there too?
Maybe, but also I don't think we can afford 3 bathrooms.
Yeah, you can't afford your own bathroom.
I mean,
You're all
there are
gonna have
rooms
to
like
share.
that. I mean, depending.
Yeah, there are rooms like that in the world. I don't think there are rooms
Hypothetically,
like
if the
that
answer
in
was
the.
yes, I'd still say yeah.
Yeah. Well, to a degree,
To a degree, yeah.
but I feel like our degree is lower than yours in terms of duration between cleanings. But since you said yes, I feel like the answer's there. He would do the things we would say for the greater good.
Wait, did you say
No.
yes?
Oh, I thought he
I
did.
mean, yeah, sure. Like I already said, I would make obviously, there's always gonna be compromise when you're living with new people. Like I expected that from the beginning. I just didn't expect PD thinking I was too disabled to like either too disabled or too unreasonable. Like
It's not unreasonable. I
no,
just
that no,
like,
that you think I'm that unreasonable or disabled.
I don't think either of those things.
why do you keep saying
Because that's the
disabled?
natural.
He
conclusion.
doesn't think
What else?
you're
What
disabled.
other natural conclusion comes from that's like?
Did you not? We have different levels of what we want in like living quarters.
No, but okay, but from what Josh says, that you were 100% certain.
Which
and-
is
Also, I never said that. I never said 100%. I
okay.
never said 100%.
Well, then that
I
was
don't
something that Josh.
I don't
misspoke.
remember but if I
You
did,
did.
it essentially is not different to what he's saying now.
I guess, yeah. I was never like, I can't even imagine living with.
But I definitely said
I-
you
what I
just were
said was
pretty
like-
pretty goddamn positive that you didn't want to, and I feel like that's pretty accurate in what we just saw right now.
Yeah.
I think even that's a stretch. What I said was like, yeah, man, I'm kind of like really rethinking that whole thing. That's basically what I said.
Yeah, but then I kept making fun of him, and then
Okay, well,
you're
yeah,
just
but
like,
I never
"Ah, yeah."
said. I never said.
No, but then I'm pretty
I-
sure I asked
I
you.
was
I was
completely
like-
shitting on you for the chicken thing.
No, me too. But I'm pretty sure I asked you.
But that,
I was like, well, I'm willing to just like let's just try. And then
yeah, I'm
you were
pretty
like,
sure
no.
my answer was just like, yeah, I don't know.
Ah, well,
Something along those lines. I
well.
was
After
never
this
like,
conversation, now we
definitely.
now know the truth of the matter. So there you go. I was 99% correct in my telling of the story. You're welcome. And that has been the second podcast. Thank you all for tuning in.
The
Either way,
underground
You still think
Aldrin,
I'm disabled?
podcast. I guess not. If you're. If you don't think I'm incapable of learning that.
Are you holding any animosity towards this situation?
I mean, I literally didn't even bring it up. Like, I was like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
I
like,
didn't.
still.
A great question.
like animosity, like no.
So then what are you feeling?
Yeah, it sounds like
There's
from that
some-
answer, there's something left.
I don't know, just perplexed from all that other stuff. I mean, I guess like just the
Perplexed
weird
about what?
correlations from like. I
don't
mean,
think-
I guess it's just difference in opinions. That's
Mhm.
like how I prepare my lunch has to do with anything with my ability to like keep a clean public living quarters. Like, but like, sure, that's like if that's the impressions you get, then it's you do you. I mean, like, I got my own thing. It's like doesn't really affect anything else.
Damn it, I fucking...
Wait, I also am curious about. Did anyone bring up Victoria?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that?
In terms of what? What part are you referring to?
Cleanliness.
And more specifically?
You eating on our bed and there being crumbs all over it, and I have to sleep there.
I mentioned that.
Okay. Is that the only part you're referring to?
Well, there's more, but I'm more accepting of the rest of it.
Okay.
But-
I won't eat in the same bed we live in the future.
But like, is it fair that I'm able to like draw some what am I trying to say? Does anyone know what I'm trying to say?
Like future situations from what
Yeah.
happened there.
Like there's just small patterns, you know what I mean? That I don't
Yeah, but
agree
it's
with.
just, again, it comes back to like when you draw up a conclusion, like you're firm in from that, especially from a situation from 3 years ago.
Okay. What if I
But do you still do that?
I'll
What,
draw a
eat-
graph.
I don't eat in my bed. I would still eat in.
You eat in
a-
your mom's bed?
No,
Do you still do that?
I would eat in a bed if there were.
Okay,
if
then
that
just
was like the
admit to
most
it then.
convenient place to eat in a room, and there was like a TV and all that stuff.
What?
Huh?
But can I also point out your lack of like you just didn't clean?
Like the Airbnb.
Specifically the bed.
You were the one who caused the mess and didn't clean it, I think, is the problem.
Like
Mm.
like doing all these
I feel-
things, sure, hypothetically it's fine. But like the problem existed. One that's easy to think about and prevent, but it happened anyway. And also there was no correction to it. And I had to suffer for it.
I don't recall this situation much, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for that. I mean, it was a 2-day trip, so I don't if that translates to living with someone for you, then sure. And for me, it's probably just more just chilling and whatever. I didn't. Yeah, again, I can't recall any of the details about that, but yeah, sure. I mean,
It's
Mhm.
not much. You slept for 2 nights. Both nights you ate in the bed, and you didn't clean up anything that you made.
yeah, I don't recall being asked to clean that, but again, I don't recall much
We
about
threw the
No, but
vacuum at
My
you.
point is that like I don't think anyone should have to ask to do that.
All right.
I think it should just be common sense and also common courtesy. And
That is also true.
like
Could just not.
I agree with
Sure.
that.
in any situation.
Okay.
I mean, wait,
I mean,
I mean,
it is
no,
kind of
that's
weird to
wrong
just
word,
kind
that's
of be
wrong
like, it's
That's the
weird.
wrong
Like
word.
3 years later to be like, hey, this
I
thing you
swear
did
I've
wrong to
mentioned
me
this
3 years
before.
ago.
But it's
You
also
bring it
more
back.
evidence that you
And
have
I haven't
that
seen
you
I mean, I
can't
don't-
refute.
really change.
I-
You know what I mean?
What? Okay, what evidence do you have now that nothing's changed?
Well, we haven't seen you change. Like we would
Okay.
need to do it again.
I mean,
But
what's the
then
last
doesn't it feel weird to be using events from 3
Closest-
years ago for like?
Well,
No, it's not
Is it
weird.
weird
That's
if
the only
someone
time that
commits
they've
a
seen
murder
you.
and you have to
Closest-
monitor their
That's the only
behavior?
time they've seen you do that.
Closest I've seen.
No, but like the fact that you're so
Less
confident
than
in
a
using
year
that
ago,
evidence to
we
like
went
hold
to your
up for like
house.
several years into the future.
Closest I've seen that is less than a year ago we went to your house. It wasn't super clean, and also just years beyond that. of not
But
being
it's just your
clean.
track record, dude. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
how else are we supposed to change our opinions of you if you haven't really changed throughout the years anyway?
Well, then like
And
you
you
can-
also haven't verbally denied to change. Like, to
Yeah,
be
exactly,
in
that is
his
true.
current behaviors.
Okay, wait, hold on. Just back up a bit.
Okay.
So, again, with using things from like evidence from several years ago, like
And
I get that okay,
and less than a year ago,
and that my room wasn't like super clean.
and also
Like,
the kitchen.
I mean, like, sure, but neither of those really translate because the thing is, they're not totally relevant to like the idea of permanently living with someone
I
and
believe they
keeping
are.
like their ability to maintain public living quarters clean.
believe they do.
But the
Sure.
kitchen you're permanently living now is something.
Again,
you
but
should
that's
do
other
that way.
people living.
And you're a part of that. My
Okay.
point is, I'll draw a graph.
Okay.
Where is like pink?
It's just that if we're using this evidence, Giselle, from even the 6 months ago or whatever it was, if you changed, you could at least say I changed. You're not saying that, so currently that evidence kind of stands because you're not denying.
Like change,
that
like,
you've-
because I don't think there
the
was
vo-
anything to change from, like, originally that's significant. Like, what am I supposed to say that I changed? Like, my kitchen was dirty. Now it's not dirty, so that means I'm a new person.
No, now that you clean it, it would be the change.
I mean,
Because
I
it's
always
something
clean
you
after
share.
myself. I'm not gonna clean someone
It is
else's
the-
mess.
So you're basically blaming that all the messes in the kitchen that Peter observed to someone else.
I don't know what messes he saw. I'm
Peter,
not
what
as
messes
observed.
did you see?
I never paid as much attention as Petey did. Apparently, you know all this stuff. Like,
But I imagine again,
That's
it's
my
to the
point.
inherent differences of what we believe cleanliness is. So I guess him and Aldrin, because Aldrin like said he found some stuff too.
I
And
mean,
it's
you
like-
guys are what? I think you guys are like conflating cleanliness and like organization. Because if things are just like not or disorganized, it's different from being clean, which has to do with
Just ignoring organized. There's like food residue in places that there
It
shouldn't be.
be.
All right, well, I don't know. I don't know about that then. If you say you saw it, then fine. And if you want to translate that, because that sounds like more circumstantial evidence than any hard evidence. But
But you don't have anything to the contrary, so it's
what
like,
am I
how
supposed
are
to
you
prove?
refuting?
What evidence do I give? Here's a picture of like a clean portion of my kitchen. That means like.
Well, you're thinking I'm attacking your character.
When did I ever say that?
Well, the way that you're treating it, like,
You're
you-
pretty hard.
what are you trying to convince me against?
I'm not
my
trying to convince you.
opinion? No,
What?
well then what are you?
I
even
was
talking
like
about?
done with this. You guys are
No,
the
I'm,
one
I'm just asking. like,
asking what?
If you literally didn't care, it would have been dropped a long time ago. So what are we
What?
talking about?
What? Okay, can you repeat the question?
Oh my god, dude.
Max
I
is
don't know if you
just
understand what you're talking about.
chilling in the back.
What? Hello?
He's saying like you sound, relatively speaking, quite passionate about this, and he's wondering if you really did care about it. Just tell us what like why you really care about it. But if you
I'm
don't, really
answering
care,
your
then it's fine.
questions.
Well, no, you just asked him to repeat it. What are you talking about?
No. Like I'm saying, I'm answering your questions now, but I don't know what the question was.
Oh, well, that was the question. He's like, well, because you're. It sounds like you're taking offense to this, and
I mean-
that's why he brought up the character.
I mean, that's kind of like
you shouldn't really take offense to this. If you already said yourself, it's a difference of opinion.
I
So
mean,
it's
like, of course, like, because my perspective is different from him, and it's kind of disingenuous for him to say that there's at all nothing insulting to say when you're saying that, like, my kitchen was dirty, therefore using this as circumstantial evidence that I'm not good at cleaning, or that I'm essentially a dirty person, and that makes me unfit to be someone to live with him. Like, that's... I don't know how you could not see that as any way other than
okay. I would like, but
as
you can help
either
us.
insulting or like trying to like point out someone's shortcomings.
You can help us absolve you of the
You haven't
incrimination.
denied any of this,
evidence.
or we'll say. that
And you
you'll-
haven't.
Like, what do you wait? What would be denying? What am I supposed to say?
Okay, so all you would have to do to deny this is say all the messes they observed were not mine. That's
I
it.
don't know
It's
that.
really that, because if your argument, Giselle, is that you've changed and you clean the things you've made.
I don't even think I've been saying that I've changed. I don't even think that I've ever argued that.
So that's why the evidence stands. If you haven't changed
No,
from the behaviors you
because that's
observed,
not evidence towards behavior. I'm saying that the behavior you're assuming isn't even necessarily there.
how so?
Because
the
you're
behavior
using
observed is that you haven't cleaned shit.
Like, okay, I have clean shit in my life.
Yes, I believe we all have ever cleaned.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good starting
Yeah,
point that you
okay.
guys know that now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because
Oh.
obviously that's what we were implying there. Yeah, when I just said that. Yeah.
And that kind of is.
Is it really?
Yes,
I'm not
it is.
a fucking idiot.
What's it though?
What the fuck?
Anyways,
Yeah.
so again, and
Well, like we've debated before, and I don't think any of us underestimate each other to that degree. Giselle, come on, like we're good at this. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. Yeah.
I'm not labeling you as a dirty person. Just maybe I'm saying that you don't value it as much as I would like to.
like value cleanliness.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as someone who feeds off of other people's habits, like I would rather try and find people who have excellent habits, so then I will absorb those excellent habits.
Okay. Good luck with that.
But I think my other point just completely stands in that,
You're offended.
like,
Shit.
like the fact that there's any like salt to begin with, like this is why I would rather not live with close people. Is that that weird?
What? That's. I mean, that's not where like I heard originally, but yeah, like I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how
no,
you-
I said that was my other point.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard you make that point before.
Mm-hmm.
And,
During this conversation.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it ties into the whole thing of the ultimate decision.
So you wouldn't live with anyone in this group?
I don't think it's such a good idea, and especially because I find you less agreeable than the rest of
So
People
it's,
here?
it's specifically me.
Of all the people in this chat, yeah, probably.
Okay, but you could see yourself living with anyone else but me.
Um,
Just say it.
well, now I have to think.
Well, to be fair,
Probably
you
not
can
Clara.
because of the sex
Well,
thing. No, not as
Yeah,
in
because we'd
you.
have
Not
sex
as
all-
no, not as in you having intercourse. I meant like the literal biological sex thing.
Oh. No.
Oh, well, what would be wrong with her?
We dated, man. I don't want to do that.
Oh, well, in
I thought that's what
I
Josh
believe,
meant by the sex thing.
What?
oh no, that's not what I meant. No. Well, because some people, or I guess you have lived. That was okay. I don't even know why I brought that up. You have lived with girls before, so it's like whatever.
Me?
But yeah, but you know, some could argue, Peter, that we've dated, and you know, it's like
Wait, what?
what?
We haven't just dated. We're married.
I mean, yeah, man, but I don't know. Well, you guys could do whatever you want. I'm just saying with me,
God. Uh,
I wouldn't do that.
no, yeah, no, yeah. I wouldn't even be offended if you didn't want to live with me. Like, I'm just trying to save rent money.
Well, obviously, it'd be a lot of fun to live with you guys. But in the past, I've lived with people that are close to me, and a lot of animosity comes from these kind of situations, and I best just avoid them as much as I can. And just so happens that I think it would happen the most with Giselle, which I don't think is totally unfair. And I'm not saying that
again,
just to
like-
be a dick.
Sure. I mean, like, I wouldn't agree with your thought process, but if that's how you feel, then sure.
Okay. Well, that's all I really need.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're friends. I feel like I should
hope-
repeat this.
I hope
every
I'm
time, yeah.
not like hurting your feelings. Or
Too late.
to-
Did we did already?
I'm more
Yeah.
disappointed from
Mhm.
this. Like,
That's fair.
on like a couple levels, but it's like it's whatever.
Yeah. Well, that difference just exists in a lot of areas, I guess.
I mean, but yeah, that's just how you view it. Then yeah. I mean, I don't really think it's like worth trying to put in the effort to like try and change your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's just overall kind of disappointing that it's like, and it's a potentially fun idea that's kind of ruined because of like your already preconceived notions of stuff from years ago. But like, and that like again, there's
Saying that, but I think it still exists.
sure, and I just disagree, but it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then also again, because it still just kind of sounds like you're pretty convinced that I wouldn't be able to like adapt when living with new people.
So, okay, this is why I wanted to draw a fucking graph. Do you think you're as clean as someone like Josh?
No, I don't think I probably wouldn't be as clean as anyone here, but that's besides the point.
No,
Again,
but
if you're
here's
living
my
with the-
point. Because
Because
Like,
the
no, because
the
I want
fallacy that
to
you're making is
match
that like you're
the cleanliness of like someone like Josh, because he's very clean.
okay, but you're assuming that, like I'm not gonna make any
I'm not
concessions
saying-
when I live with new people.
What?
You're assuming that I'm not gonna make any concessions when living with new
I
people.
don't think you won't make any concessions. I don't think you will want to live up to the expectations that Josh holds.
Okay, you're kind of just like dancing around the point that you think I won't do it.
No, I think you're misinterpreting what what
So
I'm
you're
trying
doing
to
it for
say.
the sake because you don't want me to be unhappy.
No, I'm saying that I want to be around people who want to have a certain level of cleanliness, so
Why
that
does
I follow
wanting matter?
suit.
What if I do it? What does it matter
Because
if I wanted to do it or not?
because I don't think you want leads to doing it.
Okay,
Why
so
else
yeah,
would you
so then
do it?
yeah, okay, we're back to my point is that you don't think I'll do it.
To the level of Josh? No, I don't think you will.
Okay, that's yeah, whatever that I don't regardless of what that level is, you just think I won't do it. That's like yeah, that's what I want.
Do you think you will?
Okay, well that's a different question. Like, because it depends
There
how
you
extreme
go.
are we going? Like, because
To
I don't
the
know what
level of
Josh's level.
fucking-
I assume Josh is in like the hazmat thing.
Yeah, I already
But
said I'm like
for a
8 out of
reasonable
10.
level, I would do
Yeah.
it. Like I don't know,
But I
like,
think Peter's asking if you're willing to go for the 8 out of 10 thing.
and what is your 8 out of 10? What is some?
I could run over everything I would like to be done right now. I would like for everyone to clean. It's not too radical, you know. It's just like you clean the dishes after you finish using them, every single one. It'd be pretty nice to have that. I'd like for the sink to be empty at all times. Like I wouldn't like shit
Counters
to pile
empty
up.
after you cook or clean as
Counters
you go.
absolutely empty. Yep. Pretty much every night there should be like no stains anywhere. I don't think that's.
This is like everything I
Clean.
already did when I was in Japan.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm too nuts. The bathroom, a pretty not
Oh, I also
rigorous.
did
but,
have
like-
bathroom cleaning duty. Now that I
Oh,
think
there
about
you
it,
go.
Japan.
So yeah, there you can basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's essentially it. Once a week, you know, a really light one, like basically just clean the toilet, make sure there's no piss or shit anywhere, clean the toilet bowl, clean the
This is
sink up
all
a
stuff
bit.
I did in Japan. So
Absolutely, this is why
yeah,
I'm saying
thankfully
I'm
they
too
didn't like
radical.
visit my kitchen and my house. They would have thought like, damn, this guy can't clean a kitchen. We can't let him into our dorm. Not that because he can't do it, because he won't want to do it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And then every 2 weeks you would you do the same bathroom thing. Yeah, and then you would do a rigorous clean this time, but you would clean the shower and the bath this time. You don't want that to fucking get.
That's
dirty.
why like this could have been easily solved with a chores list.
My point
Yeah,
is,
that's what I'm
you
saying. That was my
want to
initial-
be there.
I feel like that you just like moved the goalposts.
No,
essentially,
because
with what you're like you're
Wanting
going with.
is important because that's where the standard is created. You're not always going to meet the standard. It's gonna be below it.
What
And
if I
where
do the
your
things on the
wanting
chores
line
list?
is
How can I fuck
probably
that?
lower than someone like Josh's, so it's gonna be lower than that as well.
Okay, like it has to be as good as him. Like does I like if I leave a speck, does that like make a big deal? Like, do I have to be like super?
Like I said, our difference of cleanliness is different.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, well,
I
so
don't
what I
even-
just laid out is one thing, but you have to clean it well. Like you don't just wipe around.
Well,
a bit
yeah,
and
I
call
like
it a day.
of course like if you wipe it, like it'll be wiped. I don't know what else like you're expecting from like super cleanliness. Like, do I have to make it shine? Do I need to get?
Oh
like,
wait,
the-
so okay, so yeah, there you go. Well, you would at least have to use the cleaning agents provided to you.
Okay, yeah,
You would have to do that.
yeah. I was thinking like, do I have to get like the friction
this is
shine
not-
machine?
I'm just not hitting the point I'm trying to make, and I'm too hungry to.
Like, I feel like you, I feel like you already made the point that you thought of, but you kind of realized that it wasn't that
No,
nice.
that's not it.
Okay.
You,
Again, I'm still like in the same place where I was in the
Okay.
beginning, where it's like,
I'm okay with that place. So
yeah, I like if you, it's disappointing, but if that's how you feel, it's what it is.
okay.
And like, yeah, I wasn't gonna bring this up, but I mean like, yeah, but like yeah.
You were gonna bring what up?
Oh no, I wasn't gonna bring this up because I didn't really care that much about it. But it's just like kind of hearing the rationale just kind of made it worse.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, at least like I gave you my evidence for when I lived in Japan. If that
Well, you know what? That's a fair point to bring up. None of us, I don't think any of us consider that, where you actually did have to abide
Yeah,
by like a
we also
weekly.
weren't there.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I had to abide by their cleanliness standards, and I did my chores or when it was my turn on a monthly basis.
The only thing is if you'll take his word for it.
Well, I imagine he didn't get any complaints. If he did, that'd be super concerning. But yeah, I'm judging from
I mean,
him including that, I'm guessing he didn't get any complaints.
well, yeah, if we're at the point where like you can't trust my word for this kind of stuff, then like I don't know what we've been doing.
Well, yeah, because, like I said, our differences still exist. So, oh,
The drool.
your word is gonna be different than like.
That's why we
What?
have a standardized chores list.
Yeah, and then I guess let's assume we did go through with this. I would show you how to clean it up. You know,
Yeah.
so you
there's like so many
you
easy
would
solutions
know.
like that. That's why it's just kind of weird to come to your own like headstrong conclusion already. But I mean,
It's just different. It's not even like about. It's less about doing it,
you want me to want
more
to do
about
it.
the surrounding stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got. I don't know that anyone's super in love with cleaning and chores, but I mean,
I don't hate it. But
No, I
maybe
mean,
that's because I'm at an age.
maybe I'm not. Yeah, I'm not super enthusiastic about
I'm
it.
not,
So
I'm not
yeah.
saying that. I'm saying wanting the product of the actions.
I mean, I would just do my part that I assume I would have to do when living with other people, like whether I enjoy it or not. Like I didn't think that would be relevant, but I mean, if you care,
I think you're missing the point again. But I can't do it anymore. I'm just gonna stop.
You go get your food.
Yeah, I'm gonna get food.
Maybe some steamed chicken.
steamed chicken. You gotta teach me how to cook chicken right too.
No, I don't think I again, like what Olgin said, I think earlier was like it's pretty apropos to the conversation. It was just like,
What do you say?
well, getting a crock pot for him doesn't teach him anything, and I'm like, yeah, but you know what? It teaches him a different lesson. It's like you can
You need a different
just do
style.
something different. You can just do something different, and it's totally fine. No
Again, I haven't
complaints,
burned
no
down my
quarrels.
house, so
Well, you know, it's not about if you have. It's just you might. You know, that's just how it works. That's how
okay.
no looking
I
at your
don't think
stove
you
works.
wait, but like you saying that point tells me that you don't understand it.
Which point?
That you haven't burnt your house down. Saying that, like that tells me that you don't understand the point that we get across. The fact that what you're doing is dangerous, and the one chance that you do not like watch your chicken and it fucking burns your house down.
Do you really think I don't understand like the risk? You-
But like, would you still do it?
Like
Are you still
like
gonna
walk
do
away
what you're
from the
doing?
chicken for a bit? Yes, because I know it's not going. I'm not doing it if there's like a huge risk.
Okay, then whatever. I just don't think you understand.
I do understand, Aldrin.
But you're still gonna do it.
Aldrin, will you jaywalk in the future, knowing the risk that it makes you more likely to get hit by a car?
But that's different.
How?
But you
look
always
both
make up
ways
this
and there's no car.
conversation. You always
can't see
make
the
up
future and
this
see the
always
pot burn down.
different.
Yeah,
I just put it on you.
you can see if it's stable, and then I'm also near the kitchen, even if I'm in my room.
No, you're not.
Aldrin, there's always some risk. Like this is like a normal thing people everywhere do. We take some risk for convenience, but we generally do that when we know we're still gonna be pretty safe.
I just don't think
Slightly
it's
different
true.
degrees there, but sure.
And yeah, you can
don't
like maybe it's a different degree,
Anybody,
but it's like, but it's what we do. Like There are people that will
Yeah,
like
but it's a
walk the
well-known
tightrope
risk.
on a log. There are
Everybody
people.
who cooks,
Huh?
everybody who cooks knows that, and they will never. They won't like set a timer.
I'm not like
and
leaving
leave
my
the
house to
fucking
like
room
walk
for
a dog
15
while my
minutes.
chicken's burning at home.
No, but you're leaving for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, in my room
That's
where I
long
have a
enough.
clear
You set
view
a
of the
timer because
kitchen
if you forget, you're
and I have
burning
an
your house
open
down.
door.
I
I mean, okay, the problem is you only have one chance to not burn your house down, and you
Yeah.
don't know until it happens.
Right? Yeah.
So the question is, are we comfortable with you taking that risk? Because if we're sharing a house,
Again, the easy compromise would be like, hey,
Don't
just
do it.
ask like, hey, can you just stay with your chicken when you live with us? And then I go, yeah. And then
But
that
we
solves
don't
that.
want to have to fucking ask you that. That's not our responsibility. It's yours. It's your chicken.
What?
Why do we have to ask you? Oh, watch your fucking chicken. That's
Because I
something we
already
can
do
fucking
watch it.
do.
I just don't watch it as stringently at home here as you guys would like.
I
me to do
wouldn't
when I'm
say
with you.
it's stringent. I'd say that's the baseline cooking
Yeah, like
method to have your eyes on the thing.
requirement.
Sure. I mean, like, yeah, sure. Like, I mean, you guys are right that that's like the more safe thing.
Okay.
Even if none of us end up living together, this is something you would do. I hope.
You
They
also
wouldn't
have
have
only
to
one
lay
chance
out.
to not get hit by a car.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well,
you can
unless
look
you
both
live.
ways, and you can look,
Unless
you
you
can
live.
look
You
both
can look
ways
over.
and see that there's no car. You can't look in the future and see a house burning down.
I mean, that's like the same. I could like reverse
Different.
that. I can look through the kitchen and see that my chicken's on fire, but you can't look
point
to
is
see
that
a car coming from
No,
behind
by
you.
the time you look
Yeah,
through
but
your
you can
kitchen, it's
also
already
forget.
fucking burning. So what are you gonna do?
What?
And by the time that you look from your angle, from your room, that your kitchen's already burning. It's
I think
already.
you underestimate how long it takes for the chicken to burn for the house to get on fire. Like,
Well-
assuming there's no like other electrical shortages, like or any other like issues with the wiring of the stove, that like it would need to be the stove would need to be burning like the chicken for like I would say a couple hours at least before that starts any fire or like noticeable huge smoke.
Couple of
One,
hours.
don't underestimate the
Right.
power of engineering and corporate greed,
Malpractice and
malpractice.
I don't know. I feel like if the smoke alarm, my rationale is if the smoke alarm went off, you're too late. Like you should have had your eyes on it.
All
before
right, well
that.
that's also never happened, so
Well,
yeah.
you know,
Dispute. I think didn't your smoke alarm go off in the middle of a call?
I swear it did,
Mine-
and that's the thing I brought up that one time.
well, not
I swear
when
it-
I ever was making chicken.
Well, it must have been some other thing, but I distinctly remember your alarm going off.
Like my fire
During-
alarm. Well, not when I was making chicken. I mean, it's been-
Sure, it could have been something else, but you know.
as far as I know, it never happened when I was cooking something.
Well,
I mean, if you think
Anyway,
I'm
I'm
wrong
still-
about
I'm still
that,
mostly-
then
I'm still mostly on your side.
yeah.
I'm still mostly on it. I think what Peter was coming from, I could be wrong, is that a lot of it is like there's a difference between wanting things to be clean out of your own volition or wanting things to be clean because it'll make the other guys help keep me in the house, I guess.
I mean, like,
kind of-
sure, if that's what, like, I
sort of a
mean,
difference.
I don't know. If I lived with someone, like, I just want to know if they do it or not. I never cared if they wanted to do it. I mean, that's just what I always, but, I mean, that's because I guess I'm not an enthusiast for, like cleaning bathrooms and kitchen or cleanliness, whatever. It is a job or chore to me,
Mm.
but, I
I'm
guess
not
that's, like,
saying you have to love cleaning. I'm saying
Yeah.
I mean, it
Love-
makes sense. Like, if I'm not, like,
love
enthusiastic,
the,
it does, like, rationally make
then
it
you
seem
love
less
the
likely that I
product.
would do it.
like for example, you say that other people are the reason that your kitchen's in that state.
wait, you
Um, But like someone who would want it would, put in the effort to do it themselves too.
oh, yeah, sure.
Window. Oh, it's not.
Sure. I mean, we also have a maid here, so there's really not much incentive for me to actually clean it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have cleaned it in the
You
past.
have a maid?
No. Yeah, my mom hires
Look
like
at that.
a Mexican weekly maid.
Nice.
I mean,
I think a lot of it might be. It's like I know how like I take it so seriously because I had to do it. I don't know. I don't know if that's like really the reason.
I mean,
but, like,
yeah,
it
no,
makes me, like,
that's
think
that's
more
a
about
thing.
it.
Like people that have had to do with their own for like their life, or had to be like, and had that responsibility and expectations. They're probably like more used to it, or like they learned the importance of it more and care about it more.
Yeah.
And then that's like, yeah. I mean, that's like that, like everything about that. Like, I would understand like the skepticism of being like, someone doesn't enjoy this, so they're probably less likely to do it. But there's a difference from like the skepticism and already like coming to your own conclusions that something's not going to work out because they don't want
It's
to, and not
less of,
necessarily that they
like,
don't have the discipline to
coming
like do the chores.
conclusions that it's actually gonna happen. I'd just like to avoid the possibilities of it happening.
Sure, I would
And
say
there's-
there's like a cost. There's a cost benefit associated with that, and if the cost
I don't
is
see the
more
cost
concerning to you than the
because-
benefit, then
Yeah,
sure.
definitely, because like a lot of relationship problems can happen from living together with people. That's just a known fact.
I mean,
Something I've experienced, and that I don't want to happen with you guys.
yeah, sure. I mean, like that's also a separate issue from the other things that we said, but like
No,
just
not
on that,
really.
like that's fine. The only thing that's
No,
weird about
no.
that is because like I'm singled out in that situation.
Yeah, I find you less agreeable than the others, and I don't
Yeah.
think that's something new.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess that's also true. Since I know if you're talking about agreeability with like, I guess whenever we have
Okay,
arguments
right
and
now
such.
with that chicken.
Okay. Then sure. Again, we are kind of going in circles again. Like my response would be that like it would be a simple conversation of like, hey, can you compromise on this? Yes or no? Then you go from there instead of drawing to your own conclusions. But I mean, yeah, I'm not like interested in like if you're not already enthusiastic about like trying to make the compromise on your own, then like I'm not gonna like force you.
What is the
That's-
benefit, by the way, living together? Like,
I don't know, being
is
in
it that great? Is
in
it?
an atmosphere
maybe-
like, with people you like. I mean, like that's literally what like high school was. We're in an atmosphere where we're with people that we like and we get to see regularly.
Yeah, but high school is way different than your living quarters.
And
There's a
yeah,
big difference.
Yeah, there's more stuff, but I mean, like,
Those things are very important.
yeah, and typically, if you're living with people that you're closer with, it should be easier to communicate through those issues than with people that you're not closer with. There's more likely to be miscommunication or unwillingness to communicate. Because like, if we were living together, I feel like, again, like communicating these things would be like more easy to be direct about, rather than with
For
someone.
us in specific, yeah, but I think for most scenarios, if you're close with people, you don't want to offend them or like.
I
bring
feel like
them.
this is the opposite. Like, there's less worry
I don't
about
know.
offending someone if you know them well.
No, I feel like there's more at stake if you don't know if you know them. There's more at stake, like if you offend them or whatever.
Wait, you're
And it's
saying
like,
if you
oh,
don't
you're-
know them, there's more at stake?
No, if you know them.
Oh, no. I mean, like you have more to lose because obviously you have a closer
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
when like it's easier to offend someone that you're not close with.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Really?
Well,
You don't think it's easier?
No, because it's like if you don't know them, it's like what are you
easier
gonna
not
lose?
to, but
No, I'm not talking about what you're gonna lose. I'm just talking about
Well,
like
exactly. But if you
easiness of
were,
offending them.
yeah. So if you offend them, like, what's the problem?
Well, like you're gonna more easily ruin your rapport with them. Like, imagine if I call Aldrin a bitch, then that's like he's like you bitch, but we're like friendly bitch, you know? It's just like I insult him, but we have that rapport.
Friendly.
No, but
Where
you
like
already
he knows
implied
I'm
that
like
it's not an
that it's
insult.
not as personal. But if I just call a random stranger a bitch, then it's like, whoa, dude, why are you insulting me? And it's like, no, I'm not insulting you. I'm just calling you a friendly bitch. But they don't know that.
You already just said you didn't insult Aldrin.
What?
You said you'd be like, oh yeah, I know you didn't mean that.
yeah, because of the
So
rapport.
that's not an
Yeah,
insult.
that's my point because of the
But
rapport.
the thing is, if you're like giving literal criticism to Aldrin, he would probably take it more to heart than a random quote unquote insult.
Not
that's where the thing
necessarily
is
because
coming.
like again like
I think so.
is eat like it. I would say like okay. I think people in general will just take criticism to heart, whether you're whether you're like close with them or not. But with at least with close people, you can do like the I don't know the preamble where it's like or you can make it in a more casual way than with like someone because I don't this is my personal experience but I always felt like whenever like especially in nursing whenever everyone tries to like critique someone's idea or something they always have to go through like the whole rounds of like oh no that's a very good idea but I'm please don't take offense to this I just wanted well how about this maybe if you change this or maybe if you did this different instead like it'd be like hey yo Drin these towels on there on the floor or are you gonna be able to clean that or what I don't know or like something is like hey the way you do your dishes like you want to do this like try differently or like literally this whole conversation we have where it's been my roast for the past 2 hours
And
But from my understanding of this conversation, it seemed like you were offended from
started
it.
because I'm not offended of the fact of like the critiques necessarily it's more like the foregone conclusions
Well,
and like
there you go.
I guess
But it's like now it
that's
seems
different
as if-
because like he's assuming my incompetency is like that is what
I'm
it
not
is.
assuming your incompetency. I'm just saying that, like, if it did exist, the negatives would heavily outweigh the positives.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and it
that's
sounded like
disappointing
it
to hear
was-
that, but I mean, sure.
Is
Sure, you're
living together,
disappointed.
that
That's the
fun?
thing.
Wait,
Is living together like this super fucking awesome thing that you want?
I mean, like it's
It
not
could be
necessarily I've been
nice.
like dying for, but like saying that like there's so little benefit to it, right? Which is kind
It's
of
not
like
so
weird to
little
hear from like,
benefit, it's just that the
like-
negative is so big,
huh?
i.e., like losing one of you guys, or like having an animosity build up. I don't fucking want that. I don't want just to like live with one of you guys, the chance of like not being friends after that.
Okay, but again, like it's more specifically towards me.
Yeah,
because
just
like
because
the like it's not. It's
how
weird to hear you.
I know our relationship.
Okay.
It's the relationship that I have with you. It's just more likely to happen.
Okay.
And to make it abundantly clear, like the fact that Peter has this thing where it's like he's nervous about like losing you and stuff like that, like that's him, right? Like he said that already, like about Chelsea and stuff like that, and his cousins. Like he said that.
Like my
Like
cousin,
I don't share that exactly with them because you know.
I think my cousin like just straight up doesn't like me anymore.
No.
Really?
My
Wow.
older one, but he would
Oh.
never say it.
You just don't talk anymore.
Yeah, and when we do, it's like I can clearly sense that he's like
Oh.
feeling some shit. The same
Did you
with
like
Chels, but she's a lot more understanding.
Oh, okay. Did you like him?
Yeah, I like him.
Oh,
There's
okay.
stuff I disagree with him,
Mhm.
but yeah, and he did a lot of nice stuff for me. He let me live in his place for free.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, like that's where I'm coming from with the whole friend thing. Like imagine we didn't have this conversation and we started living together, and then this comes up, then it's like then you're out, isn't it?
In it,
And it's not like the solution is like kicking you out. I think the solution would maybe finding like my own place.
No,
Oh.
you guys are missing like sense. Literally, the solution is to like communicate. I don't understand
know
why
that.
this is like
But you're communicating right now, and it led to a
no,
worse outcome.
because we started in the reverse direction. This
Huh?
is literally the opposite. This is like if I was getting kicked out and then we were trying to talk
Well,
about
We're
compromise.
trying to settle it, but it's still not a net positive.
Because I'm saying you guys went from the wrong direction.
Oh, so well, what's the solution from here? We have to always.
No, I'm not saying like
go the right
no, I'm
way?
saying like it's already like done. Like we don't need to live together. Like I was never trying to convince you guys to do that. From like this whole conversation. Literally what I'm saying is that like how you would solve this if you were like trying to do this appropriately. Like you communicate with the person first. You see if you can solve it that way. If they can't solve the issue, you bring it up again and then you have to take more drastic measures.
Well, we can't figure out if you can or not because you have to live together first to do that.
I mean like you can talk to me right now and if you think I'm a functioning
one
autonomous
thing.
person, you could take my
it's
word, but if
way
you
more
don't,
complicated than that.
I mean, then if it's complicated to that, it's because you don't trust me. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And if you don't trust me, then that's what it is. Like,
Huh?
like I don't know what
So
I mean,
then
I guess
how-
I could, if I really cared, I could try to like show
how
you
is
like, oh, don't worry,
communication
PD, I'm like
gonna
a cleaning master now. I clean everything, my
How is
kitchen. Let me
communication
send you
gonna solve
pictures.
this?
Huh?
Then how is communication gonna solve that?
So what?
Like, wait, what did you say before?
I was saying that the appropriate pattern of communication to solve issues like this would be if you have a concern, you talk to that person, see if you can compromise or if they're willing to listen. If they're not, if they continue their pattern of negative behavior no matter how many times you talk to them, then you make them aware of like the more drastic consequences, and then there's still no change, then you then you act on them, and in this case you would either kick me out or move out. Like that's the line that would go, but the line that was taken before
So
is
but
you guys
want
assume
me
that
to,
like I
go
couldn't
through the actual
couldn't do any of the
experience
cleaning already, so then
before-
there's no way we're gonna
Yeah.
you would never live with me. And I was
really
like, oh,
not.
okay, sure. I mean,
really that bad to like want to take precautions?
yeah, like the thing is that it's weird is because like you're saying you don't want to live with anyone, or that's supposedly that you don't want to live with anyone because of like you don't want to live with people close to you, but then singling me out because like for these things because of basically what we talked about before, because you don't think I'll be agreeable with the cleaning at all, and then I'm the only one singled out.
But it most likely happened to you.
Okay,
He's
but like
not.
this isn't something that you talked about with like everyone else. You're not talking about like all the things disagreeable with them.
But he's not
So,
singling out you. He's not singling you out because you're you. He's singling you out because you actually check those problems of concern.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
because
why
you
he's
don't
saying
know
it's
those
not
things are
attacking-
like because he's going off on like
but
um,
relatively speaking, and from you
I think
not
relatively
denying much.
found it.
Again,
And-
I gave you my evidence of when I lived in Japan and fall through my chores.
Yeah, but those are different from what I'm actually seeing in your living quarters.
I mean, yeah, but that's when I'm living in my own place. Like that's like again, that's
What?
different from like if I'm able to like coordinate with or compromise with the people I'm actually with in a different living household where that's
Sure,
not
but
satisfactory.
whether that is actually going to happen is kind of a toss-up. And I'd rather not go through that risk.
But to just
Again, that's why
credit,
that's just like the thing
Ultimately,
about the risk.
your
Like,
word is going against things that I've seen.
to
And
Giselle's credit, how do you know I won't like? Go through, like,
well, it's more reinforced by going here. Like, you're clean as shit, man.
Oh,
And
like what
how
do you
you
use as
operate
evidence
very
for that?
organized.
Like his room?
Yeah.
Okay, but like if I want to keep my room messy or
Those are
like not
just
put much
in
effort,
general
again,
organized person.
why do you care about what other people do with their rooms?
If you don't put enough effort into your rooms, will it reflect? We don't know. Will
Yeah,
it reflect in everything else? We don't know, but it's better to. It's more reassuring,
yeah. It's,
but not guaranteed,
thank you, Max.
that a clean room is usually a better normal rest of the house living cleanliness than than a person with a messy room.
Like, I'm not doubting that you're incapable of doing these things, but from things I've seen, just knowing you as a person, it's a possibility that they won't happen, and I'd rather not take that risk.
I mean, sure,
For someone like Josh, where I've had a lot of reassurance in many different scenarios.
and but like okay, and that's like the only axis for whether someone will be a good living partner or
That's the biggest problem I've run across in my experience.
okay.
yeah, and things like, is the person nice? Like, quickly falls to the wayside if they're not like clean or fun to live with. Really, like Peter could be the best friend I have along you guys, or let's say even Aldrin. Let's say Aldrin and I live together. He could be the best goddamn guy ever, but if he leaves everything to shit, well, I'm sorry, he's not a living.
Again,
partner,
that's it's
right?
just like
It's like,
again like you can like that's like I understand like that it's a fair thing to worry about if like left unchecked.
Mhm.
The thing is like again is just that like it again that goes back to the skepticism. Of course you could be skeptical like this guy's probably not going to be as clean if left to his own devices. But it, like is the thing that you took that one piece of skepticism and stretched it all the way to the conclusion. You following? Because like skepticism is one part, but like thinking the whole thing rationally. Okay, but like, what if I asked him? What if we set up a chore list with responsibilities like weekly? Would they be able to follow up on that? Like that's a whole other issue. But I feel like you kind of drag this one skepticism to make like, and you're saying you're not doing it, but I don't know how you could.
Well, it's more than
How you
like,
could not how you could deny that it doesn't come across as like making
I think you're
negative
underestimating,
assumptions about a person's character.
like, I know I'm not I'm not trying to attack your character.
Okay, you're saying like not trying, but like it's what you're kind of doing.
oh, this girl microwaved her guinea pig.
It's not.
Ew.
At least it
What?
wasn't I. Oh wait a second.
Send it, send it, send it.
Was it dead
Ah,
already?
no.
Oh,
Send
that's
it.
fucked.
What did she
Okay.
think it would do?
Well, apparently her rationale. Oh shit! Wait.
Well, yeah, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to shit on you. I don't want to make you feel like a bad person, but in certain cases, in the past, the evidence has been there.
Alright, we're going back in circles. Hey.
Yeah. So
Sure. I don't think.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, I made my point.
Yeah, I
but,
made
like,
mine.
Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to convince anyone to live with me. That's a weird place to start off from. Like, if you don't want to, there's no point in trying to, like, ever try and convince someone.
And personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. To me, the ideal living partner is someone who doesn't get in your way, rather than someone fun to be around. If that makes sense. Because I can still have such an amazing time with you guys if we didn't live together. But if we did live together and something goes wrong, then all that just goes to shit. There's a lot of chances for it to go wrong if you live together.
You hear that, Aldrin? He doesn't want to live with you. You're the
I
problem.
thought he's not living with us. I thought he's with Clara. Team Clara.
He said he was down.
Wait, I'm gonna get in the way? Wait, what?
Yeah,
How did I-
Aldrin, you're getting in the way.
How did I get into this? I'm just playing Cyberpunk.
Alright, Aldrin. Too financially secure for me.
Oh well, you know.
I am not financially secure.
More than me, bro. Why are you sending this, man? I don't want to see a microwaved guinea pig.
They don't show a video of her microwaving the guinea pig. If she. Oh wait, there is a video of her.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's American, isn't she?
She's
Oh
Brazil.
no. No,
Well-
she's Brazilian.
Okay, the excuse there is that maybe they don't know.
No, what she's apparently, she knew she was of sound mind and wanted Instagram likes. So there's that.
Recorded for that.
Oh, and she was. No, apparently this is 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I feel like proper punishments was doled out, and oh man, microwave. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Regardless of the outcome, 10 years from now, which may or may not, completely transpire, if you do live with other people, just know they expect you to know this already. Whatever the outcome is, you're supposed
Usually.
to know this already.
Hopefully,
No,
supposed to
sometimes.
And it's like implied that you're gonna do it, or like watch over the stove. Like it shouldn't have been us telling you that you had to do that if you lived with us.
chicken
like-
thing.
Huh? No. It's just stuff like that. Like just stuff like this is quote unquote common sense. So it's like
Unquote.
they're gonna expect you to like
Hmm.
have your eyes on the stove. Again, it doesn't have to be fucking steamed chicken. It's whatever you use the stove for.
Eyes on the stove. Eyes on the stove.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, no, that song's not
Clean your
taking.
clean your bathroom on like a semi-regular basis. Yeah, stuff like that. Like it's implied that you're gonna do that and know how to do that. But I, being an awesome guy, I'm pretty damn awesome, even though I'm a complete dipshit. I'd tell you how to do that, and I'd write out a schedule. It'd be fun. It'd be a fun regiment.
I did this for a year, guys.
Again, a lot of it is on me too, of like past experiences. I don't want to go through again.
Doesn't I guess the key word is doesn't instill confidence.
Yeah. Hey, let's try out Warzone now.
What's Warzone?
It's a Call of Duty battle royale game.
Yeah, Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Why
They're pretty
not?
picky.
Left 4 Dead.
Tristan is gone now.
Oh, how many people is Warzone?
Back. I'm pretty sure he's still here.
4?
Oh wait, Tristan is.
Who has Warzone? I don't think anyone wants to play.
Oh. Well, you know.
Oh, I should have gone to sleep a long time ago.
Oh.
Nighty night.
Good night.
I don't know.